All right, everybody, and welcome in 292 Abbinormal. We thanks a lot for everybody tuning in tonight. We got a heck of a show lined up for you. Going to be a great time, as always. We do have with us our internet superstar there, our studio recording artist KJ, coming here with us as well. We're also joined by Gutters Pub, the philanthropist, the only lady I know that has 2 jets and flaunts that all upon us. We're joined by our mad scientist, Old Man Builds. He's one of the greatest people on all internet, and we got LW here with us, and we got a special guest coming to you tonight as well. We've got James, the man, the myth, the guy that broke the internet recently, caused all kinds of turmoil on there. What's going on, James? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing great, buddy. I know everybody here is really happy to see you. I know the first time you came on here, it was pretty fun. We had a good time with you, I know. When we looked back afterwards and people were doing a lot of this, like, some of these people have lost their dang minds. So let's just go ahead and throw that out there. But the jokes we were making, and we would look back and go, James was laughing at these jokes. James was laughing in the background. So
yeah, he was.
Yeah, I was. I'll admit it.
Yeah, and we got called out pretty hardcore for that first interview because people were coming at us. You were totally unprofessional. You were making jokes about this. And we were like, come on, man. This is, it's kind of who we are anyway. But
Yeah.
So, tell us about your experience with all this. Like, how have you ended up handling all this? This has to be kind of crazy.
Well, basically, it went from 0 to 100 like in a couple days, and had the whole internet looking for me. Had people driving from different states to find me, and they did. So I kind of called it off once the police actually showed up at my house and were asking if I was okay. So had to say it was a hoax. But now it's still divided because half the people think that I'm hoaxing the hoax. They think that I'm AI, that government took me out. So that's where we are today.
Yeah,
That's
so if you start
amazing.
glitching like Max Headroom, then we know there's something off right there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So branding out new Coca-Cola or something, and we're like, hey, we're on to you, buddy. We're on to you.
Dude, I gotta tell you real quick, man. That rod, man, in your hands, it's just hilarious how big that thing is compared to you.
Yeah.
Dude, that was fantastic. And still, people are on that. Like, we were looking at it earlier today, and they're saying, "Oh no, that's not the real one," and it's not shiny enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just trying to cling to anything to have them believe they're
Every little part, man. That's so great.
Yeah, I think so. So tell me this. So people actually drove. I mean, the one guy I noticed, because I kind of followed the story in the background watching. One guy drove, like 6 hours or some crazy stuff trying to find your house?
I think it was I think one guy drove 6 hours and one guy drove like over 12 hours from Pennsylvania.
Oh wow.
And he stopped
my
at a
gosh.
bunch of different places and talked to people. And I think he got the cops called on him too.
Well, I would imagine. I mean, that's kind of creepy, traveling. I don't know how many states that is right there. What is that, 3 states probably, something like that? Anyway, I don't want to talk about where you're from. I
Yeah.
think you've had enough of that. But we can pinpoint you. Yeah, that's insane. And did they actually find your house?
I don't want to really say that, but
Okay.
I've hinted if he was close or not. So,
Right.
Right.
because if he did, and I say like, yeah, it's my
Right,
house,
I got you. I
we had
got
a
you.
lot of different people showing up. So
Yep. I don't blame you.
Right.
Gosh.
So, okay, so not without, this is a question I really have. So, of course, anybody like you, I'm sure you got friends, stuff like that, people you joke around with and kid around with. What did all your friends think of all this while it was going on? I mean, were y'all laughing your asses off in the background doing this?
I didn't actually tell anybody
Oh, wow.
at all until I had to come clean about it because wanted to keep it in character the whole time, just in case I had any slip ups. Wanted to take the hoax to the next level. So no family knew about it, no friends, but they figured out just as quick as everybody else did, and they had no idea. They didn't know I was working on it for a couple months. So
Oh man. Hey,
Oh my gosh.
did you research everything after you get told hey, go out and get this and see if it'll do that, like the radio thing? Did you research how to fake all that?
yeah, I had to because I hadn't started doing live streams until the last few days before the finale of my film, but I did a bunch of different tests on my own, saw what worked and not, and I just got a bigger battery, like a D battery, I think it's like that big. Put copper on the end of it and made it, the tiny motor. Put a
Yeah.
magnet on there. I strapped that to my leg with a rope, kind of wiggled my leg around while I was holding the radio up, and it made interference. So there we go.
So
It was
great.
good enough to just put in a video, and it looked like it was reacting with it because I could move my leg as I put the radio closer, and you know,
That's hilarious.
That's
So
awesome.
did you actually bought a Geiger counter?
I did. I
Right.
didn't want to because I didn't really want to spend any money on this, but then I bought a Geiger counter, and since people were wondering, I also bought some uranium, just a tiny piece on Amazon because you could buy that stuff for some reason. But I took the tests on there just so I could get the reading on the counter, and then I kind of emailed a few people the pictures to be kind of secretive about it because, like, I think Old Man Builds was telling me if I put that online, like on YouTube, they'll confiscate it because it's kind of like serious matter if I have this tube that's severely radioactive. So I just kind of like alluded from the fact that it was. I never really came out with saying it was on YouTube, but yeah.
Dude, that was the best part. You tell a little bit of the story, and then people would blow it up like, hey, it was flying in the air, and you show a little picture of it just one time, and then they'd have this whole elaborate story about how they saw the video.
Yeah, that there was never a video.
Right, of course. That's what got me was all these people in these forums because I started following these forums on, Reddit. And, one of the things that went really wrong was people started posting our call-in number that it was your number. So I had to go onto these forums and be like, stop, because we had to cancel our call-in number. We had to cancel everything because it was ringing. And it was like people trying to call you. And I'm on there and getting it. I don't even never been on Reddit in my life. And I'm like joining this thing I don't even know how to use. And I'm like, stop calling this number. This has nothing to do with him. We don't know. And then my email gets flooded because they're like, well, then you know his number. You know how to get it's your civic duty to come out and, dox this person. And I'm like, I'm not telling A29465 on Reddit who somebody, no, I don't know you. It was insanity. I had so much hate message saying what a piece of shit I was and blah, blah, blah. And my ex account, my everything. I'm like, holy cow, you people have lost your goddamn minds.
Yeah, I appreciate not giving my number out because
No, I never would do that, man. That's insane.
That would have been terrible.
No, that's insane. I would never have done that.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Well, now you don't have to thank me. That's just being a good human being, not doxing people on the
yeah.
internet. You know what I mean?
I got people out here saying this is a fake James. Oh, dude,
This is the fake one.
Fake.
dude, Top Ramen is like
Slap
all
yourself.
over it in the chat.
Slap yourself, James.
Like
Slap
this.
yourself. Just
Slap
to prove
yourself.
him.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, he only has 3 fingers. I saw it right there. Yeah, that was another thing that we were talking about that video, and you just came out and said, well, YouTube took the video down. Then you had like all these people saying, I saw the video, YouTube took it down, and then you just had a picture of, I guess, where you just chucked the thing in the air, took a picture of it, or had something.
Well, I did. I took a video of that. It was just a screen capture because I set it on a tripod and I
Right.
took the video, and then walked way out there by a hill, and I marked the bush where I couldn't stand across from, so that I'd be out of camera view. I threw it up in the air. I think
That's
I did that maybe
hilarious.
3 times and got a few good shots and used that.
Oh
So
my God, was it like a javelin? You're just throwing a javelin across the room or what?
I think I wanted to get it as high as possible, so I kind of spun around once or twice and just chucked it as hard and high as possible.
It's like a hammer throwing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my God, it could be a new Olympic event soon.
Who can throw the rod the furthest?
Right, it's the only thing that'll beat the new breakdancing event. So,
Yeah.
so what did your obviously, I guess your parents had to, start figuring out some of this stuff, or something after all these people. I mean, like, what did your mom say? Like, was she like, what the hell are you doing, son? How did that go?
Kind of, and they were like, "Well, what?" They were asking me like, "What's the point of this?" And I'm like, "I don't really know. I just thought of doing it and kept going with it, and here we are." Kind of blew up the internet. So
Oh my God, dude, they were arguing about your feet in my live stream. Like, are those the same shoes? Those are really the same shoes. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I might have two different pairs of similar shoes, so they could be onto something with that. But
Oh,
yeah,
because we usually see you barefoot.
yeah, I spend a lot of time outside and just
I
like,
really wanted your bare feet in the thumbnail, but I couldn't. My vote didn't win out.
Yeah, did you see the thumbnail we made for this video?
I think I did it with the tube crashed in the ground there.
Right, with the milk.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me
I
see if I
loved
can.
the milk video. That was the best, man.
Yeah, here you go. Here it is right here. So, yeah, we did throw the milk in because I thought the milk video was classic. You just sitting there
Yeah.
drinking glasses of milk.
Yeah, I hadn't revealed my face till then, so I thought like the best way to do it would just be like if I was gonna make some kind of weird movie, I'd just do something so random that nobody can even explain. So just drinking milk, see what comes of that. So yeah.
So one question we've always had for you was like, so the first time you called in this show, and we were all dying laughing the whole time. It was, a lot of fun. I thought the first time you called in. How in the hell did you find that, like, because this show, in case anybody watching, I know you got this streaming out on a lot of channels. We do appreciate everybody being here, checking us out with James and everything. But this is live on Traveling Fools. It's live on Gutters Pub. It's live on LW. It's live on Old Man Builds channel. And it's live on X. So we go out to a whole lot of different platforms. But, like, how the heck did you, how'd you come across this?
I think somebody in either 4chan or, yeah, I think it was 4chan, probably not Reddit because I wasn't on there at that time, but they just told me to go on a channel. They just recommended this one, and I thought, well, you know what, let's get the ball rolling here, and I just decided to hop on this one, my first one, and get it a little bit of publicity, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I guess the next thing it was, you came on this one, then I guess the next, Polarity had our stream playing on his, showing yours, talking about how unprofessional we were for laughing at, laughing at and making jokes about the object. And we're like, I mean, we are a paranormal based, kind of Friday night comedy show in a sense, so we cut up, have fun, take callers, do a lot of fun stuff like that. We're not necessarily the most serious people in the world. So it was kind of like, man, this is who we are, sorry. But we did love having you on. It was funny. We've laughed about it. We've made all kinds of, funny little videos.
I still remember the measurements.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Gutter still remember the measurements.
However, when I seen you holding it, the sexiness kind of went away because it was way bigger than my brain anticipated it to be.
And that was the funniest part to me on that original show there that you came on, James, was the ladies here. They were making their jokes, kind of alluding to the shape of the objects.
Yeah.
They kind of made jokes to it. And then shortly after they made those jokes, you said, well, it did give me a rash. And that's when I immediately knew, wait, you guys don't know he's trolling right now?
Oh, we were giggling from the get-go. KJ was totally like, this is both. I know this ain't true. I mean, she was totally onto it from the get-go.
Yeah, when you came out and I saw the video of you saying it was a hoax, I was like, I love this dude. This is amazing.
Yeah, KJ is our skeptic anyway. And so, like, the first time you came on, we made a whole bunch of jokes, got yelled at about it. So second time we were like, well, let's bring them back, I message you back. I'm like, come back on so we can kind of, clear our name of being like the assholes on the internet that made jokes about this new find that was going to change the world, the new Boogosphere. Yeah. And so we brought you back, tried our damnedest to take it serious. And I could watch KJ that whole interview. She doesn't say a word. She's just sitting there with this look on her face and just like, she's just like, I'm not going to say anything. Because I was like, oh, y'all behave this time. Don't get us in trouble again. We don't want to get yelled at. And finally it comes, I'm like, well, KJ, you got any questions? And she's like, no.
Nope.
I couldn't. I didn't want to be like, there was nothing I could seriously ask because I was like, this is just, I can't.
Yeah.
But that's funny. I was wondering if you noticed that, TF.
Oh, God, 100% noticed that, of course. Of course I noticed
Oops.
that. Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. So,
You
I mean,
did
do you, like, I guess in your mind, like, what do you plan to do with your channel now? Like, you just going to keep just having fun, showing some cool stuff?
I'm not sure yet. I kind of there's a whole community on Reddit right now that's it's called James Cylinder Cover Up, and it's like the whole thing that I'm AI and that I'm cloned. So I'm kind of playing into that a little bit with my videos.
Yes.
So I'm like telling people to like leave and it's not good and like shouldn't be here. You're gonna forget about all this and whatever. We'll see what happens. I have lost a few subs since I came out with it being a hoax, which is understandable. So we'll see who stays and what kind of content I make, but not sure where to go at this point exactly.
Oh, but dude, you already got us a little bit. Okay, let me just say this, because it's not as shiny as it was. So there's like a little bit of conspiracy there already, right? And
Yeah.
they're onto the shoe thing, and they think, oh my God, it wasn't you behind the camera. You know what I mean? Like your face isn't the right face behind that. Dude, they're already all over it.
Well, I keep asking the same questions. If they, he's answered all the questions. He answered the question about the blue light. He answered the things. He's answered the questions about. So yeah, the radio, the Geiger count, all of it has been answered. So, I mean, but everybody just keeps asking the same questions. It's like, are you looking for a different answer?
They are.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if I would have not got doxxed the way I did and not came out about it, I would probably still been going with the hoax now. And I think, I mean, people would have been happier that way because it would be so much better entertainment. But I wish it could have gone longer, but didn't really have that option at the moment when it was happening. So yeah.
Well, what was your so you did the whole thing where in the video's priceless, where you start drilling into it, you know, and then the noises, you know, and everything.
Oh my God!
We all watched it together. We laughed so damn hard.
Everybody thought we were so mean, man. I mean, you would not believe how many people just come down on us because they thought you had died, and we were laughing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I was going with that. So I went on and did a stream because we had done trivia night. We do trivia nights every Sunday night at 10 o'clock. Tune in. So we did that, and we were sitting here afterwards, and Gutters had helped me do that night to filling in for another host. And so afterwards, I was like, because of the Reddit and then some other Discord thing, because I was trying to get people off our back. So I was like, hey guys, listen, I'll address any of this stuff. So they started coming in, and they were like, this man has animals. He has, you know, blah, blah, blah. They could be starving. They could be doing everything. And I was like, look, y'all, you know, F off. I don't want to hear any more of this. Leave me the hell alone about this. And I was like, I made a comment because, you know, I mean, we always joke around and kid around. I'm like, if he died doing that, he's dead and he's probably in his basement getting eaten by his cats. So who cares? And oh man, they got so mad at me. I was the worst, horrible person in the world. So yeah, it was...
Yeah, it'll be like a week's worth of food for them. It'll be fine.
Right, exactly. Well, I don't know, at least 5 days. You look kind of thin.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So what did you plan to do? Like before, you know, so you did the video, awesome video. You were, you know, falling down, doing all that stuff, you know, making those cool noises in the background. And before, obviously, these freaks figured out and pinpointed, you know, like trying to hone in on you. Like, where were you going to go with it next? Like, were you going to be like, oh, I came back and, you know, here I am? Or
yeah, I was going to, I mean, the longer I waited, it would have probably gotten to the news maybe. Like, I was getting, I think, about 1,000 subs a day. And then I would have like, or the Reddit had, I think, about 40K people trying to find me. And it was just kind of blowing up. So I would have probably waited at least a week or two more. And then maybe posted like the videos that I posted right when I did come out before being a hoax, like where I was like, I don't know where I am, I'm trying to get home. I would have probably done something like that.
Right.
And then just so that I could come back and keep making videos about something other than just be gone for too long and then come back and everything's just died down. So yeah.
You should have, like, you know, flown down to like South Beach or something like that and been like, hey guys, I woke up in South Beach. I don't have any money. Here's my Cash App, you know, and just just lived it up in South Beach for a week.
Yeah.
With a coconut drink in your hand and a blonde under your arm.
Well, I should have thought of that, actually.
Yeah, see, sometimes us older, wiser people, we've got good ideas, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, easy on the old.
Well, we're all 39. So Gutters, I know you got to have a couple questions here after a while. I know the two ladies on the panel. I mean, they after you came out as a the whole thing being a hoax. I mean, they fell in love with you at that point. They were like, oh my god, I love this guy. Y'all got any questions for him? I mean, this is not an easy
No,
guy
I just
to
have
get.
basically comments. Just, I mean, the noise that you made, like that whole thing. It was so funny how nobody could not take that sexually is beyond me. I mean, you would have to be a straight up dried up prune not to take it sexually. I'm sorry, but I just don't get it. So yeah, those are. I mean, we knew pretty early on that it wasn't real, but it was so much fun. That was way too much fun. And the most fun of it was just watching how many people believed it. And, once they thought, oh my gosh, something was wrong, they were wolves, man. They were ready to take people down for us to, for somebody to give up the information, or not so much give up the information, but send cops to your door, which is like a big no-no for me. I ain't sending a cop to nobody's door. I don't care. I ain't doing it.
Well, now is kind of the thing with me too is, okay, so from the get-go, and we've communicated back and forth a few times. I mean, if I'd have really thought your life was in danger, I would have contacted your local police department or something, or gotten in touch with your family, or done something like that if I had really thought. But at the same time, I wasn't going to come out and wreck what you were doing either. You know what I mean? Like, this is your thing, so these people are trying to get me to give up this information, and they're like, I was like, no, I'm not giving you that so you can swat this guy. I'm not having the, police show up at your house. I'm not having them go to your parents' house. If I really had any belief in my mind that you had really, and all that really happened, I would have, as a, decent human being, contacted your family or something and been like, hey guys, can you please check on him? But I'm like, no, that'll wreck the guy's whole thing. This will wreck his whole game if I say anything. So no, just leave me alone. You know what I mean? I'm sitting back here watching this too, eating my popcorn.
I do have one thing to say. What I noticed at the beginning is, you were wearing a ring, and it looked to me like it was made of the same thing that you made. Is that true?
It wasn't made of the same thing. That ring was like silver, because I do some jewelry work too.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, the rod is stainless steel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, but
I had to know.
Yeah, I do a lot of metal work, so pretty much.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Somebody did ask how you made the rod. I love to say that. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I took a pipe, which I'm pretty sure was like a semi-exhaust pipe. Then I took two like circular caps, just welded it on the ends and polished it, and then made the markings and polished it even more, so it was like as shiny as possible. And then made sure there weren't any sharp edges, so everything was smooth and alien looking, and there you go.
So, okay, so here's my question here. When you did the magnet test, okay, so was that legit as far as the magnetism being that what you welded on to each side of it was obviously a different material than the regular tube? Because I know how people make a lot of these things for like temperature testing and big, and they put the solenoid or whatever the hell it's called to test the temperature in those kind of pipes. And the caps are obviously a different material than the tube itself. Was there any legitimacy to the magnet test in that sense?
Yes. So stainless is not magnetic,
right,
and normal steel is.
Right.
So like even my chat is saying right now that it was aluminum. Well, no, you can't weld aluminum to steel.
Right. Anybody who's ever held a welding torch knows that.
Yeah. So it's a stainless pipe welded to like just steel end caps. So if I would leave it in the water, you could definitely tell eventually, because it would start rusting on the edges. But yeah, that's why the magnet was more magnetic on the ends.
Right. And I do see you are getting some super chats over on yours. Feel free to, say thanks to those people or do whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
thank you guys. His was fake giant. We're at, I don't know what that chat is, but yeah, find your fake giant somewhere.
Oh my God. Dude, there's
What I
so
find-
many people that still believe. It's insane. I'm reading the comments over here, and they keep going off.
What I find fascinating is that everyone believed you during this, but now they all think you're a dirty liar. I like that.
Yeah.
They don't even think it's James.
It's harder to convince them that it's fake than to convince them it was real at this point.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one guy in here, man, he's going off about the blue light and the radiation and stuff. And I'm thinking there was barely anything on your leg, man. There was like nothing there. It was like, you get bigger spots than that for being old.
Yeah.
I mean, what'd you do just right before you filmed it? You just went on there and, rubbed a piece of sandpaper on your leg and...
I actually can't tell you what that was because I'm not sure what it was, but it was actually just an itch I was getting on my leg for a couple weeks. I don't know if it was maybe like some detergent left on my pants that was maybe making my leg itch, but I just used that.
So it did give you a rash then.
It did.
Right.
Yeah. Give you a rash.
So you did actually get something in Vegas, just not the rod.
That's right. Maybe that's where he got it at. Maybe that's where he got the whole rod at. There is more to this story.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's too funny. Yeah, I do love the fact, like you just said, though, it's harder to convince the people that it's fake than it took you to convince them that it was real originally. I guess it's kind of like with anything in this day and age. We're in 2025, and we don't get political over here, but you look at people with their, politics and things like that. They just can't stand to be wrong. Like no matter what, if they believe in something, they can't stand to admit that they got duped or they have to change their mind on something. I mean, people just can't fathom that in this day and age, especially with social media. They just can't go back and change it. So, I think that is funny. And it's quite, you said you did this as a lot of an experiment, like a social experiment. I heard you mention that. Is that true?
Yeah, I did say that, and I like a lot of people thought I did it for money. The only money I've made is YouTube revenue. I haven't taken money from anybody. I've been offered money from like pretty high up people for the tube. And I said no, because this was all just for entertainment purposes only. And yeah, it's all just kind of an experiment and see where it would go. See how easy it would be for people to believe stuff and like stuff like that.
Oh my God, dude. If you sold that tube, they would come back to you and said you gave us the wrong one. It would like never end. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, something bad would happen.
Oh man, because half the people would cut it in half and the other people would be like, oh my God, look at this treasure I got hanging on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll bet. So somebody, so I guess it's not you. I mean, obviously, somebody is trying to sell your object on eBay, but it's not really you.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's up to like $1,000 ish. I'm not sure if they may have removed it, but I'm not sure. And he even he's posting on Reddit, and he's like, "Yeah, me and James are friends. We go way back. We do work together." And it's like, he's not. So that tube is not mine. Anybody watching this, but yeah, God. You're gonna get scammed, guys, if you're the high bidder. James
is still handling his own rod. Don't worry.
Right, he has not handed it over.
Dude, these comments, people are it's tripping me out. It's so
they could hear the sizzle when he burned his hand and on it.
So what was your most fun part of doing this? Like when you look back at it, like what was the peak of the fun of it?
Honestly, I think it just the finale. When I say the finale, I mean the one video of me opening it. Once the day after that happened, and I just saw the whole internet blowing up about it, I realized I could wait a couple days and do nothing, and it would just keep growing. So I was at work, I'd refresh my YouTube, see tons of views pouring in, and just like, wow, what's going to come of this? But yeah, that was probably the funnest part I had, or just making it in general, because I like making things with my hands. So
right.
Yeah.
And what did when you came out and told your friends, because I've got a lot of old friends too, stuff like that. If I came out and told them this, they would laugh their asses off, and be like, holy cow, what'd your friends think when you came out and were like, okay, guys, so check this out. I've been doing this. Were they like, holy shit, you're crazy? Or were they expected it from you?
Yeah. So I think somewhere along the lines, when I was getting doxxed, they found some my LinkedIn profile and some other stuff, and eventually they got to my Discord. And my brother, he streams Escape from Tarkov. It's a video game,
right?
And some of them got on there, and now there's a ton of people on there too. And I just told my brother, I was at work and I just texted him quick, and I'm like, there's going to be a ton of people flooding into your servers here. Just try to get them to follow you, because a lot of them are pretty crazy. But and I just told him that, and he had no idea I was doing it this whole time. So he was kind of amazed, and he keeps telling him too when he's live. He's like, I didn't think that this is how I get viewers, guys, but whatever. If you want to come in here, go ahead.
And that's the thing. No publicity is good, or good. Wow, whatever the hell. Bad publicity. Yeah. Any publicity is good publicity. Yeah. So whatever you need there. Yeah, I think it's amazing that you pulled it off that far and kept it going. I wish you could have kept it going further, because I was having the time of my life watching this whole thing unfold. It was really fun.
Yeah. And the funny thing is too, the first sign of me wanting to quit it was when SafeLight actually called me, because if you saw the video where I did the windshield thing with a crack in it, right. That was actually because my friend broke it. He was fooling around in my car. He broke it from the inside, just punched it or something stupid, and I just used that as content. So then somebody on Reddit figured out the day I got it replaced, and then there was somebody on Reddit also who worked at SafeLight, and they called me through SafeLight for a welfare check. And I was getting I got 3 calls in a row, and I'm like, oh, they're probably checking to see if my windshield is good or something like that. So I just didn't answer it, because I already got it fixed and I don't want to talk to SafeLight. And then I answered the 3rd time, and they were like, we're just calling for a welfare check. And I'm like, but you're SafeLight. What do you mean? So yeah, that's how. And then
that's insanity.
Yeah, they must have let the cops know or something, and then the sheriff called me, and she was all nice and everything, and I admitted to her that it was a hoax, and then soon after that is when I just came out to the whole internet. So yeah.
So did the sheriff's department, did they actually show up at your house, or did they just call you and contact you?
They showed up at my parents' house, and they because they were at work, and then I think my mom was looking on the Ring camera, and she was talking to them through that. And she was like, yeah, he's at work. He's fine. Because she didn't even know I did this whole thing either at this point. So, yeah.
That's hilarious. I know my mom would laugh her ass off if I pulled something like this off. I just know she would be like, dude, she'd roll her eyes at me, and, she'd be like, TF, what the hell did you do now? But, yeah, so cool. So, another thing that I do have to ask you about was the Mothman thing. That was you just kept piling the shit on. And, at some point I was like, next thing, we were all laughing because we get together to do these shows and talk about it before. And we're like, did you see James has a Mothman now? And we're like, whoa, yeah, laughing our asses off. How did you come up with that one? You're like, guys, I'm driving home. I got this creature behind me. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. Because in the middle from me finding the object and from me opening it, it was kind of dying down, because it would just be our update every day and just kind of boring. So I tried to, I was just constantly thinking of thoughts, what could get these people going again that is kind of related, or very related, or maybe not related at all. So then I just was driving home and just thought I heard a story about this Mothman thing. I'm gonna start recording and say that that's what it is, and hopefully they catch on to some weird audios that's coming outside my car, maybe just driving, wheels squeaking or something, which they did, and posted that, and people were analyzing the audio of that, and they're like, oh, I heard it fly by, I heard it hit your car and stuff like that. And
Yeah, I
and
thought next thing people were going to start trying to dox you in Mount Pleasant, West Virginia, or something like that. They'd be like, "He's got a Mothman.
yeah.
He must be in Mount Pleasant." You know, like I'm like, "Oh my God!" And people, that was awesome. That was great. Even throwing that in there, so that was fun. That was probably one of my highlights. Was the Mothman, and that and the window cracking, where you're like, people are shooting at me, going through my. I'm like, holy shit! People are buying this. This is awesome.
Yeah, I just kind of went with the flow and kind of did some improvisation on anything I thought would get people interested more. So kind of built the story up that way. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta be honest with you, man. You were making me money when you're out. Like, you know what I mean? I was making good money. Like, I put your stuff on my channel. As soon as your name came up, it was like, oh man, I'm getting some good money, for revenue today. So, dude, I did that live stream after that. I felt so bad because I know every bit of science around it, right? And I know the whole thing's bullshit. And I'm sitting here looking at it going, I can tell you exactly how to do every one of those damn things. And, I can make it even better. And I'm trying to keep a straight face. And it wasn't until the very end when Bernie came on, he was sitting there and he goes, oh my God, tell him how you really feel about it, right? And I'm just fucking trying to keep it together for the last 10 minutes of my show. Dude, it was good, man. I loved it. Made some good money, dude. I thought it was absolutely fucking hilarious, right? Because, like, you go to the radio frequency method, right? You have to go scroll through the radio and find the frequency where it's at, right? It just doesn't go off like a Geiger counter. It doesn't work that way. Windshields have spiders on them when they get hit with bullets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get a rash of radiation, you usually throw up a couple times before a rash shows up. None of that stuff's going on. And I'm going, okay, I took the reading number and I looked at it and I go, dude, that says it's safe, which means you could buy that on the internet. You know what I mean? It's like everything was right there to say, hey, complete hoax, dude. There's no questions to be asked. Like, we got a guy going off on the chat right now, bro. He's like seriously like having a heart attack on this thing. The Top Ramen guy here, and it's
big shout out to Top Ramen. He's loving this interview. So Top Ramen, please make sure you hit that thumbs up, buddy. He's definitely loving this interview. So big shout out to Top Ramen.
Oh my God, dude! Seriously,
try to chill. Don't have a heart attack, Top Ramen. Jesus, we're gonna have to eat you for dinner with an egg.
Oh my God. Anything to make that shit taste better.
Now I keep seeing they're saying you faked your own death and how horrible you are.
Oh
I don't
know. Hold on. That sound. It sounded like
that doesn't remind me of dying.
It really did.
I know.
He's like, oh.
I can't. I was thinking more of something else, but hey.
I know. It's so strange to me.
Fucking classic.
What were you saying,
gosh.
LW?
I just this chat is just I love it. I'm looking
crazy.
at everybody's chats. I love it.
Yeah, I'm bouncing back and forth from James's chats to all the chats
all
coming in
over.
over here from all the platforms we're streaming on, and it's funny, man. People either love you or they hate you at this point. I think, James, you've made it to that level of success.
Yeah, I guess so. If you even want to call it success or not, but yeah.
Or fame. I guess we can call it fame. You've made it to that level of fame. You've got, the people who love you, the people that hate you. You're like the, well, I won't even say it. That'll make us political. I was going to say you're like the Donald Trump of the YouTube UAP community. So they love you or they hate you at this point.
You have to go to my channel to say that. You can't say that here.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Everybody tune in if you like political talk. Tune into Gutters Pub every Tuesday night at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, James, like, in all honesty, do you actually believe in UAPs, UFOs, that kind of thing? Or is this like, where do you come from on that whole spectrum?
I'll be honest. So I'm a Christian, and I've read the Bible. I've read like the Book of Enoch and a lot of other books that aren't even like biblical. So I've done a lot of research on like esoteric stuff. And honestly, I don't think I know we're not alone. In my opinion, these things they're here. They were here from the beginning of all of this, and they don't come from space. And I don't think they come from space, and I don't think they're here to study us or harvest us, because I think they already know what we are. I think they had something to do with creation, and like all the gods that are in like other ancient books and everything else. That's what I pinpoint this all on the same thing, is these what we call UFOs, because nobody, like all the Greek gods, all the stories like follow the same timeline kind of with like the flood and everything, and like just the way that the UFOs shared knowledge with humanity. That's a big thing. So like every religion has that, and every mythology has that these higher beings shared intelligence with us, and that's how I explain like the pyramids and everything. That's just what I think. So yeah, that's my viewpoint on it.
Awesome.
Oh,
Right, yeah, and that makes sense. I like that. And I like the fact that you're actually into that kind of stuff too. I'm real big into like ancient societies and ancient cultures and things. You know, Old Man Builds, he's kind of on here, the scientist. He makes Tesla coils and teaches people how to, you know, that's how he was able to, when you first called in, you know, tell you all that kind of stuff, because that's his wheelhouse. You know, so everybody kind of has their different things that they like to do. So yeah, I'm with you on that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Nathan, what else you got for James? I know you got to have some more funny questions here for him.
Oh man, I don't even know where to begin on this one. Was it a 5-inch pipe? How do you find that? Like it's usually 3-inch pipe, something like that. This thing is a monster.
This is the story, and it's a weird story again. How I found it. I made like a little camping setup in my car, start of summer, and around July-ish, I just took a road trip out west. I got to like Utah-ish, and I just like stumbled in this big like Mormon camp. It was like a Mormon camp in a rock. It's called like, I think it's called like Castle Rock Mormon something. And it's like a community of like 500 people that's like completely off grid. They run on like solar and have rainwater collectors. And it's like in this big mesa type rock stuff out in Utah. And there's this guy there named Bruce. Shout out to Bruce. Guarantee he's not watching this. I don't think he ever goes online. But he had a scrapyard, and I had the idea before I got there, and I'm like, I need to find a scrapyard or something and come home with a pipe or something like that.
Okay.
So he had the scrapyard, he had this pipe sitting there, just perfect, absolutely perfect for what I needed it. It was shiny, it was stainless, and I'm assuming it's from a semi-exhaust, because that's what it looks like. And I'm like, hey, can I take this home? He's like, yeah. So yeah, if you're ever out in Utah, make sure you try to find that place. It's pretty nice people over there.
So the inscription on it, did you just like make something up? Were you just like, well, this looks kind of good?
Yeah, I took some like Paleo Hebrew. I did put those stars on there just because it's like a kind of a deeper meaning for people, not just so people are like, oh, the Jews are behind this, but like because that's a symbol that's in a lot of occult stuff. And the triangles on the end were with the 2 lines. That's from a very old, I think Bob Lazar said something about that, but that somebody found a UFO with that on it too. I thought, okay, I'll add this because that gives it some more credibility. And then I did a bunch of just some gibberish. I just did like freehand some more markings, and yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the drawings. I remember when I asked you that one time, I'm like, on that second interview we had with you, I was like, can you draw these out on paper? And you actually did it, and you sent it to me, you know, and I was sitting there studying those, and I'm like, looking at a lot of them, you know, and I'm finding, you know, similar things like that in ancient, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't add up, but this is pretty cool. I mean, I love the whole concept of this whole thing. I mean, I think this has probably been, you know, when you're old and you look back on this, you'll still be laughing. Now, hopefully you'll be telling your grandkids about like, you know, holy shit, I was the guy that duped, you know, half the internet. You broke the internet at one point. I mean, I think people were going insane over a lot of this.
Yeah.
So what was the hardest part of like maintaining the whole hoax part of it? Like it had to affect your daily life coming in there at some point. Like, what was the hardest part of like keeping it going in your daily life?
Honestly, I just tried to stay in character no matter what. Like, even if you would text me or email me, I'd just like, I mean, I'd lie to you guys. I'd say like, yeah,
well, of course.
This is what I found and stuff like that, and just had to keep a million false things straight so that nobody would search back and see if I said something different to somebody else. Kind of just had to remember everything. That was probably the hardest part, is remembering what I said like a week before and stuff like that. So yeah, made sure I didn't mess up in any of my videos and saying different things. And yeah,
I gotta ask you about the basement, man. Okay, is it that dirty all the time, or did you dirty it up?
That's so it's like under our porch kind of, so that part of the basement isn't even like in the house really. So all those things on the floor, they're not rat droppings. Those are just dead ladybugs, because they like come in there and die every year. Don't know why, but that's what they like to do.
Well, it's probably from the radioactivity.
Yeah,
it could be. It could
I
be.
mean, if I had to guess, that would be.
I hear those animals are attracted to that, so yeah.
yeah.
Now, how many government officials do you have in that room besides you coaching you and all this?
There's usually about two.
Two.
Sometimes the third one comes along and he brings one of the entities that was inside of the tube with him. And oh wait, are we live, guys? Or
right, exactly. You're silly.
Oh no.
I love the fact, like, one of the best parts to me was, okay, so, and I'm not going to ask you how you did it, because I really don't want to talk to you about how you did anything. I think you would like to go, and I'd like to see you go on a channel like Polarities or something like that, and kind of let him break down to how you did, how you didn't, things like that. I really don't want to get much into that, but, and shout out to Polarity, cool guy. And the fact that people, you've told them it was a flashlight. It was a blue flashlight, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no. There's no way a flashlight can look like that in a semi-dark room with exposure. And it's like, on a cell phone, you know what I mean? It's like, how do you not understand it? How do these people not believe? You flat out tell them, and they're arguing with you that it was fake or that it's real, like.
Yeah. I guess people say, like, yeah, people were saying that, like, what I'm doing is hurting disclosure because it's fake. But, I mean, these people themselves are hurting it too, because half of them are just trying to disagree with people for the same, like, you can see with what I did. That's what's happening right now. So it's like people can't come together with this stuff and, like, actually do some research. They just want to disagree, which is, I guess, what happens to the internet inevitably when everybody in the world can access it. So yeah,
internet's it's a really great thing. I mean, we have all the information in the world, like, right here at our fingertips, but yet people choose to use it to argue with each other. I think it's absolutely hilarious. It's not, I don't know, it's unfathomable to me. I don't like arguing with people. I do like trolling though. So I love the fact that you trolled the hell out of people, because I am a really good troller, and I love to troll people as well. And so watching this and watching you troll people, the fact that you could get thousands of people to watch you eat chicken tenders from a gas station was phenomenal to me. I'm
in bare feet, man.
In bare feet in your car. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was watching too, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting there watching, laughing, going, oh my God, look at the numbers here. These people are watching this guy eat chicken from a gas station.
Yeah. I think I did sushi, I did chicken, and I had a rotisserie chicken too at one point, and a bunch of different food.
Hell,
You're supposed to be sick with radiation, right?
Right. Yeah. Right, and he's eating gas station food. I mean, you probably got the rash from eating a gas station food.
That's what it was.
Gas station sushi.
Right,
Pickle.
I do love these chats, though.
Stomach for that. Oh.
Yeah, shout out to all the people in both chats over there, whether you're out there on watching over here on James's channel, whether you're watching here Traveling Fools, whether you're watching on Gutters Pub, Old Man Builds, LWs, and no matter where you're watching from,
or James.
Well, I said James first. Regardless, we shout out to you, whether you hate us, love us, any of that. Shout out to you. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up too, or thumbs down, even if you hate us. It doesn't matter if they hit a thumbs up or thumbs down. It's the interaction that matters.
That's right. It means you touched it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You're
So,
friendly with it.
On more of a personal level, I do have a question here for you too. So watching you play the guitar, so I know you mentioned that with your grandfather's guitar and stuff like that, which is really cool to me. I've been a musician my whole life. I know KJ's a musician up there as well. I thought it was really cool, like hearing you, playing some of the Irish music and stuff like that. Is that something you've listened to your whole life and stuff?
I started guitar. Well, I started when I was like, I think in 8th grade, and I kind of dropped out because I didn't want to do it because I was being taught guitar. But then after that, when I wanted to play it, then I started learning more songs and stuff. So, um, I've been just playing around with it. I don't really study music too hard, but I know a couple songs. Yeah, my grandpa, he gave me that guitar. It's he's kind of the guy who just collects a bunch of different things and never really uses them, but just has them. So I think he has a bunch of different instruments too, but he never really played guitar, so it's not like he was playing it too much. But um, yeah, I kind of just ran out of content to do before opening, so I thought, okay, I'll play guitar. It's one thing I can do. So kind of just did that to see if the object interacted with frequencies, which it obviously didn't because the aliens don't like my playing that much. So
Yeah, I thought it was funny. You actually did a whole video there. Let me serenade the object and see what happens. But I mean, I did want to give you a shout out to you. You were doing it. I was listening to you, I guess, yesterday or something. I was finishing up some work in my wood shop that I have, and was doing that. And I was, James is live. Let me check this out. And you're playing the guitar, and all of a sudden you start playing a Chieftains song, and I'm like, oh my God, he's playing the Chieftains. And I mean, I guarantee, like 100%, I would bet a dollar to a donut that I'm the only person who knew that was the Chieftains. I'm like, holy shit, he's playing a Chieftains song. I know exactly what this is. So I thought that was cool. I was like, yeah, well, good for this guy. I like him already.
yeah, I think you were the only one. Maybe you commented, but I don't think anybody else knew what song that was.
No, hell no. It was an old Irish song you did by that the Chieftains made famous. Okay, so here's another one. So as an alien object expert, what are your thoughts on Three Eye Atlas?
I don't know. Like, it's kind of suspicious, right? Because it's like I'm not following it too close, but if it's changing course and everything, it's like weird. And there's a lot of like books and Nostradamus predictions about the year 2027, which is like right around the corner. So could that be something? I don't know. I guess we'll just see if it hits Earth, or if it comes to Earth, or if it stops like by the moon. Who knows what it's going to do, but I have no idea what that is.
Because I know there were people at one point that were actually relating your object to Three Eye Atlas and the timing. And I mean, there's these people, that meme that you always see with Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it has all those lines drawn everywhere, and he's like trying to explain it. There were people who were doing
Pepe Sylvia.
right, exactly. There were people doing that with your whole story, relating it to all these other things around, and that's how I felt a lot of these people were. They were literally like, the Three Eye Atlas coming in, now we're getting these objects and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. So I've heard you say, I'm not going to ask too many more serious questions, but I've heard you talk about the boogosphere and stuff like that, and how you seem to stand pretty strong that that's a fake as well. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can guarantee it's a fake. Just because if you look at like the half moons on it, they're like cut with an angle grinder, because when you're using an angle grinder, you got a disc, right, to cut, and it's going to make a straight line no matter what. You can't bend that disc. So there's just a bunch of like straight lines, and you can see if you zoom in on those cuts, it like kind of straight lines overlap like that, because he's trying to make it round. And I mean, if you got a guy in Brazil, doing this in his little shack with a tin roof on it, like that's what it's going to turn out to be. And I'm not saying mine looks better with the markings, because it doesn't, because I use the same tool. But yeah, I think the only reason that's mainstream now is because like a lot of the tests they're saying are fake. Like they came out with an article that this one test was like scrubbed and fake signatures on it from fake doctors or fake scientists and stuff like that. And we haven't seen anything in action of that object at all. We've just heard stories about it. The thing with it flying, you can see like a drone in some of the photoshopped videos of it, which is another big red flag. And yeah, you just hear articles written about it, and you don't see videos like what I was doing. So I thought if it was real, you'd see like somebody making private videos about it, right? Like, so that's kind of why I took my channel that way, and I didn't give it away soon at all. I just wanted to keep it in private hands.
Right, which was smart and went good with your story. I mean, so you said, who was what's that one guy's name? Greer? Is that his name, Greer?
Yeah.
They actually reached out to you wanting to get this thing from you, right?
Yeah, I think one of his associates did. I don't think he contacted me personally, but I was given his personal phone number. His associates contacted me like, "Don't open it. We know what this is. It's dangerous." And I'm like, "Do you know what it is, though?" Like I could probably open it and be safe right now. But yeah, he's a big one who wanted it. People were trying to get me to give it to like Jamie Musan. I think he's the Boogosphere guy, and like George Knapp and stuff like that. But I didn't really want to because I knew it would just sit in like a warehouse, and then I couldn't continue making the whole storyline the way I did.
He's like Indiana Jones here. He's like, this belongs in a museum, and they're just going to put it in a warehouse. He's like, no, I'm not doing this. I mean, imagine if you had given it to one of them, like what they would have done with it, what they would have said. They'd be like, holy shit, this guy. I mean, eventually, would you have turned it over if you could have kept the hoax going long enough, or, just for the fun of it?
Maybe, because I actually I did kind of plan for it to, if that happened, that I would be prepared. And when I say that, I mean, because the tube was basically that pipe and then end caps welded on the end. But what I didn't tell you is on the inside, there's like a water pipe. It's probably like an inch in diameter, running all the way through it, welded to the side. And then around that is a bunch of copper wire wrapped around. And then inside of that, I also poured a ton of like just cheap tractor grease inside the tube and sealed it completely, just so that if they did any x-rays or something like that I heard they did with the Boogosphere, that they'd be like, wow, there's something in this. I don't know what it is.
So you actually took the time before you sealed this thing up to put a bunch of wacky shit inside, and do that. See a bunch of copper wire rolled around there like, this is an alien moonshine still or something like that.
Yeah, I put about like one tube of grease in there too. Like, they come in like a tube like that. Like a Pillsbury Doughboy stuff tube. I put that in there kind of because I assume once I weld it around, there's going to be like chunks of slag falling in there, and you could probably shake it and hear it, but everything would catch in the grease, and it would sound kind of solid, kind of not. I just tried to prepare for everything I could.
That's amazing. You put the back end work in. Not just come out there with the thing. You actually thought about it, ahead of time.
I got to ask you, do you think Greer would have continued the hoax?
I think so. I'm sure he would have tried to make money off of it like he does with a lot of his things, but he would have probably done some test on it, and I would see it in the news, and like, this thing has circuit boards inside, and there's nucleuses in here, and I'm sure that would happen because that's what they're saying about the Boogosphere. So and they haven't even opened that yet, so I'm sure that would happen. It would be completely different. Maybe he could x-ray and see what I put in there, and maybe he'd get a picture of that and it would look weird, and then maybe he'd use that too, but I just don't know.
Oh man, that'd be great if he got something like that and continued on. You knew the whole time.
Yeah.
You have pictures of you welding it and stuff. You're like,
yeah. Did you document any of the process of making it or no?
No, I didn't.
No.
Unfortunately.
Too bad.
Yeah, I just
people wouldn't believe it even if you had it though.
Yeah, they'd think I was making a different tube, honestly.
This is him making another one. And I loved when you were drilling into it and you were like holding up and you were acting all nervous, in the video, and you're like, with it's a Milwaukee. It has power. And you're like,
yeah, I don't know. I think I was responding to the chat.
Right, I know.
They were like, yeah, that doesn't have enough power to get through that thing. And I'm like, yeah, it does. It's a Milwaukee. Right? What are you talking about?
Oh, this is good stuff, man.
Oh, I know. So was the drill? So this is one thing a lot of people have said. Was it just because it did look like the drill was going backwards? Was it, or was that really just the effect of the camera?
I don't think it was going backwards. First of all, I did dull the drill bit. I just took it to a piece of concrete and drilled in a few times, cleaned it off so it looked kind of new. You couldn't really tell in the video that it was dull, but it wasn't going to cut through anything.
It wasn't a metal bit.
I think it was a metal bit.
Oh, was it?
It was a high-speed steel bit, so it was for metal. But I completely dulled it, so there's no way it was going in. At least for the time I was going to be drilling.
Which wasn't long.
Yeah.
Before the aliens took over.
Yeah, before it attacked.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I love
Or
the
it
noises.
molested him.
Right, I love the noises.
To answer your question, it was going the correct way too. I think it was like something on the camera, like when you see car commercials and it looks like their wheels are spinning backwards. It had to have been that effect.
Yeah.
Because
Right,
that's
okay.
what a lot of people were saying, but yeah.
Propellers will do that too. They look like they're going backwards.
Oh man, it'd be so great if you made a smaller one as a home version. They'd probably sell out.
No, that one no.
Yeah.
You should make those. You should just start mass
I'll tell you
producing
how to
those.
make it though, okay?
Yeah, I gotta show
Because
it.
you're missing a few things. Let me just tell you.
Ah, your first sell. Right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
see, I'm telling you, they're already lining up. You can have a storefront right here,
Yeah.
Old man Builds can tell you how to power them off of, Tesla coils. So,
Have a turbo.
Get that thing really vibrating in there.
James, you'll have to, I'm not going to show it right here, but you're going to laugh your ass off. I'm going to forward you, after we get off this stream, I'm going to send you a video that Nathan Old Man made about a week ago.
can't you just show it now?
Before your whole, before you passed away on the internet. But I'm going to make sure I send that to you. You will laugh your ass off. I don't really want to show it on here because, I don't know, people might get offended. But I promise you, you're going to laugh and you're going to want to watch this. So, you know what I'm talking about, Nathan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're going to love this one. You'll laugh your butt off.
But how about the one where it's down in the basement?
Yeah, I'm not showing that on here. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we're not showing that. But you're going to laugh your
my
butt
God.
off, James. I promise you. I promise you.
Okay, I
Make
look
sure the
forward to
sounds
it.
are accurate.
Yeah, exactly. So, James, I don't want to keep you. How much longer we got you? I don't want to drag this on. I know you probably got a life to live. This has sucked up, the last 2.5 months of your life. So I don't want to keep you on here. Anybody got any last questions for James on here? You got them right now. I do think. All right, Ramen, in the chat. Let me let Ramen ask you one question. Hey, Ramen, type your next question out, and I will ask James that question. He has asked about 7 million questions and told us that we were the worst interviewers ever because we are
is the
not
worst,
actually
yeah.
hitting on any serious topics here, getting to the bottom of this. So, Ramen, type your question out. James, overall, was this fun?
Yes,
Okay.
it was. Is that Ramen's question?
No. Hell no. His is gonna be something really mean and hateful.
Wait. Somebody wants to know, will James make an OnlyFans?
I might have to.
That is.
My channel
Oh,
failed.
here it
I
is.
might need new revenue somewhere. So yeah.
Oh, Lord.
He's gonna make an OnlyFeet. He's gonna make an OnlyFeet account. All right, here's Ramen's. So all the questions Ramen asked, he asked about a flashlight. So Ramen says, what specific equipment did you use to create the blue light that doesn't scatter on surrounding surfaces?
I used two pieces of equipment. I used a AliExpress flashlight with a magnet on the end, and then the other piece of equipment would be my phone camera because I just got lucky, I guess, with the light scattering in that way that made it look all weird. I didn't use anything but that, just those two things. So maybe it had something to do with the lighting in the room, that it looks like it doesn't scatter on surrounding surfaces, or because it's pretty dark over there and it's just one light sitting in the darkness. So that could be why. But yeah, I did not use anything besides a flashlight and a camera for that scene.
Well, Top Ramen thinks you're lying.
Yes.
I'm
Top
lying.
Ramen.
Dirty scoundrel, you. How dare you? He thinks,
Why,
I
oughta.
think that Top
Why
Ramen is seriously heartbroken that
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Top Ramen.
that your rod is not real.
And James, we are getting this really cute girl here in the chat at Buggle Ellen here. She says, "When are you doing the only feet? Because people are obsessed with your feet." So shout out to Buggle Ellen there. So yeah, big, good to see you, Buggle Ellen.
that's so funny.
I think we got your new future already lined up for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do something like that. Diversify the portfolio here and get some.
It's always
more
there for you,
content out
man.
there. Yeah.
Emergency,
I have
break
a
glass.
feeling that Top Ramen will be your first fan.
Oh, yeah.
Be stirring the ramen with your toes.
And your rod.
Yeah, or the raw. Well, James, I mean, you don't have to go, but I don't want to keep you. I'm sure you got some, fun you want to go do. Is that you about ready to get out of here? I think
Yeah, I could stay a couple more minutes. But
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, just let me know when you want to go. I don't want to keep you. I didn't want to bring you on here all the time. See, he actually has fun over here. If he went over here to these other people's panels, I thought, tell me this, honestly. When you first came on our panel, you had a good time, didn't you, laughing with us?
I did. I definitely did. Yeah.
He was sitting here trying to sell this story. And this was what, like day 2 of your story, day 3 of your story?
Yeah, day 1, 2, or 3.
Right. And he was trying to sell this story out to everybody, and we were making so many jokes. You could hear him in the background, and he's like taking his phone away from his head, like
Baker was
laughing,
telling- Baker was telling us we had to be serious, and
Yeah,
we
we
didn't
got in
want to
trouble.
be. We got in trouble. We literally got scolded after
And I was like, I can't. Like, I mean, what do you want?
he had a
It was-
rod in his hand.
I mean, it was low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying?
Did you expect us to start laughing at it when you showed the enormous rod on there?
Not really. I wasn't, because I never watched your show before. I didn't even know. I didn't have any expectations. Just see what was going to happen, and yeah, just took it as it came. So yeah.
Well, it was really weird because you actually went into my channel, and I get like all of about 9 or 12 people coming in there on a Friday night. So it was really strange that you even showed up in there.
Yeah. I just followed somebody's link and did it that way. So yeah.
Yeah, because that was funny. You came in through Gunners, and like I said before, this stream does go out. It goes out on X. It goes out here on Traveling Fools. It goes out on Gutters Pub. It goes out on Old Man Builds. It goes out on LW's channel. So I mean, we never know where anybody comes from or where anybody is watching from. We're all friends, and we just we do this for fun every Friday night and have a call-in number, and people call in, tell us their stories. We talk about a cool topic or something, and have fun, and we make jokes. So we're not the average paranormal show. That's why we call it Abbinormal. So
All right. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy making people laugh too. So
right.
I had no problem with that first interview either. So yeah.
So you alluded to it a couple times, on your videos and stuff, earlier this week, of it kind of being like a social experience. So what's your final conclusion on your social experiment?
People just want to go crazy over something. They want to be right about stuff, and they want to disagree with people. They want to see action. Like, they want to see scary things happen. I don't want to say it in a bad way, but they want to see like bad things happen to people. Kind of like, did this guy die? Did he get abducted? Stuff like that. That's what I think. That would be my main conclusion, is that if you put something on the internet that is something like this, that could just go a bunch of different ways, it's going to eventually go a bunch of different ways, and people are going to kind of go insane over it and make it their like life, kind of. So yeah, that's what my conclusion would be.
I think you're right. I mean,
Yeah,
little
ego
Top
a
Ramen
bit-
over there is showing it.
Yeah.
their ego can't be hurt, from being duped.
It's something.
Yeah, I like the way too you were like totally like leaning into the thing. Hey, I know I'm the most hated guy on the internet today, but ha ha. And you were laughing about it, which I love. Like I said, I love a good troll. If you had to go back, would you do this all again?
Absolutely. I would have made sure that I didn't get doxxed, and I would have made sure that I could have kept it going a little longer, and then I would have went from there. But yeah, it was totally worth it. It was really fun.
Isn't it crazy how these people figured out? Because, okay, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. So you came on the first time, and we brought you back on because, you know, we got yelled at from these big channels that were like, these guys are so unprofessional. They didn't take him seriously. And we're like, oh my God, y'all buying this shit? You know, like, okay, cool. We're going to bring them back on so we'll quit getting scolded by the gods of YouTube, you know? And, so we brought you back on, and then, you know, it went on. We all followed your story, but we just kind of went like, okay, cool. You know, let's just watch this play out and watch all these people go. Then all of a sudden you blew up because you did the whole drilling into it thing. Then it all like restarted and everybody started coming here, and it was absolutely crazy. But isn't it crazy how these people, I mean, I guess nobody has a job anymore, but they had the time. They were dissecting your every video, and they were like, well, wait a minute. So like using Google Earth to go on there and find this tower, water tower, or this cell phone tower that's in the background of the video, connecting it to, oh wait, his camera flashed right here. I saw a Dollar General. Well, I mean, a goddamn Dollar General's on the moon already, I think, you know. That's going to beat people there. And I mean, they managed to like do that. I was watching in the background like, holy cow. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, when I was sitting there watching them kind of go in, I was like, holy fuck, they might find this guy. And it's amazing. I mean, what did you think about that? Did you ever expect that?
Not really. I was kind of worried because I was at work at the time when they were zeroing in on my location. I'm like, oh, I wish I was back home so I could like figure this out a little bit better, but yeah, it was kind of weird seeing how quickly they got to that. But I mean, I guess you get 40,000 Redditors on one pathway. They're going to come up with something. So yeah.
Now, how do you feel about, who was the guy who, was it New Mexico? I know you had been watching along. So there was some poor sap that died in his basement in New Mexico. And his name was like James. I don't want to get it wrong and say your real last name, but it was something almost, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to say. But anyway, this guy in New Mexico who had passed away. You remember seeing that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
And next thing, people are putting on X, they're putting on everything that this was the guy with the hoax, or not the hoax, but you know, this was the guy who died from the object in his basement. How do you feel about that guy?
About him, I mean, I'm sorry he died, but I was watching that and I'm like, I'm pretty sure from my videos you can clearly see I'm not in New Mexico, because when I'm outside it's like up north more. But it's kind of weird how they just found that article too. Like another James dies the same day I do. It's
in his basement.
Yeah,
of a seizure.
Kind of crazy. Yeah.
Well, you know, I kind of look at it like this. At least that guy got like a cool eulogy and stuff like that. You know, nobody probably ever would have known that poor guy died if it hadn't been for you. So at least you put his face out there, and a lot of people probably said prayers for him and did, you know, all this stuff because they thought it was you. And, you know, at least, hey, everybody knew that guy died, you know? So I even said a prayer for the guy just because he died, and I knew it wasn't you, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe somehow you help somebody get into heaven, so you can at least have that going for you.
Yeah, that's a good thing that came out of this, I guess. Maybe.
You know, I gotta ask you, how's the cat doing?
She's good. She has, I think she's pregnant again. She already has like five other cats. We're just like have a ton of cats now, but yeah. She's doing good. I give her some sardines every once in a while, some tuna, and yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The cats are still making it. They didn't eat James. See, I told you guys.
That was the other thing I wanted in the thumbnail, was the three-legged cat.
Oh
yeah. We did run out of time last night making the thumbnail, but I did find the thumbnail to be pretty humorous. We had to throw your milk in there, and
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's awesome you came back on with us. I hope so. Are you planning to go on Polarity's channel and talk about this? Is that still an upcoming thing?
I will. He emailed me if he still wants to. Yeah, if he lost interest, that's okay too. But I'm not sure because we're on different time zones too. I think he's in Australia, so
Right.
We'll see. I'd definitely like to go on there. I'd answer any questions for him, just like I'm doing here. I'd yeah, I have clear explanations for everything that happened, guys. So, and I could redo it if you want me to, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, and to explain to some of the people on here that you know, especially Top Ramen there, I do want James to go on Polarity. I do think that would be a good idea. I think it would be good for Polarity. I think it would be good for James as well. So we've chosen. We're not asking a lot of the questions that maybe Polarity would want to ask them. And, you know, out of respect, I would kind of rather not ask some of those questions because I'd like to see you go on there and ask him on a more serious, you know, I don't want to say stuffy, but a more serious channel and do that there. I don't want to steal those questions and take away. Why would he bring you on if you answered those here? So I don't want to take those away from you going on there, if that makes sense to everybody out there.
Yeah.
You know, don't want to step on the YouTube gods' feet, you know.
Well, I gotta say, someone thinks you're taking fake sips from your cup.
Fake sips from my cup.
Oh, Lord.
That's not real milk, James.
Yeah, it's tea.
It is too funny, dude. They're like, this is AI. Those sips are fake.
Total AI.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
This is intriguing.
So we've come to the conclusion you would do this again. You would definitely. Is there anything you would do like different? Like would you? Yeah, I know I kind of asked that before, but like, so if you had to go back to the beginning and you were laying the whole thing out, would you have presented the whole thing out differently, or waited to show different things, or I guess you would have drug it on longer. You wouldn't have drilled into it as soon, I guess.
I probably would have drilled into it at the same time. The only thing I would have done differently is, I don't know about safe light, because that's kind of the hole that sunk the boat, you know. But if I would have deleted all my other like Instagram pictures of me and stuff, and I had that one video that was just for a job interview on a different YouTube channel because I needed to post that and give them the link for like some remote sales closer job. I would have definitely deleted that. Probably deleted a lot of things that had just me in them and tried to just like erase a lot of stuff about me. There would have been a lot more time before I got doxxed, and I could have probably gone a couple more weeks.
Is that the cat now?
I don't think that's on my.
Oh, okay. I heard something coming from somewhere.
That's Cash Patel leaving the room. He's there to make sure he's P's and Q's saying this was all not real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the AI glitching.
Yeah, or
Dang it.
Oh my God! I mean, it's just the whole thing that makes me laugh the most is just that people are so upset that it's not real and that they still want, like, they're gonna go to their, like, they're gonna die on that hill.
I know.
You know, I mean, we've got I don't know, somebody Gen G 5068 that says we are all shit actors. The CIA failed you in training. But then they do put LOL. They do put LOL. Oh. So, I mean, but we do see these things coming in.
There are some people that have some questions. Brandon had a question. Brandon, ask your question, and we'll look for it.
You know, James, if I had known you before this, we could have got this thing going for like 6 months, man. I could have given you all kinds of stuff to do.
Yeah, that would have been good, actually.
And Nathan would have put a Tesla coil inside this thing.
Right.
And made it light up light bulbs, you know,
Oh,
and
dude,
stuff.
you'd be lighting up everything in the room next to it.
You could have lit up both your tips.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a really funny question for you, and you got to come off with this one. What is so you opened up an email, obviously, and I'm sure you got flooded with. Were you able? Did you read them all?
I definitely read them all. A lot of times I read them right when I woke up, and I probably just like if it was important, yeah, I'd do something about it, maybe respond. But a lot of them were like weird emails, and like some were death threats, and some were like,
Well,
"You
that's where
need
I'm
to
going
send
with this.
me."
That's where I'm
Yeah,
going with this. You know,
Gosh.
like the three, the killed, Mary, blah blah blah. So if you had to look at that, what was the funniest, what was the scariest, and what was the weirdest? I mean, that stuck out in your mind.
of the emails,
Yeah.
I'd think the weirdest would be the people who were telling me like, I've had dreams of this thing. It's mine. You need to send it to me. I know what it is. And they would like say they were dreaming about it, and like they knew it was coming, like stuff like that. The scariest, obviously, the death threats, and let me see, the funniest. I don't know if there were really any funny ones because a lot of people were taking it really seriously. But maybe I'd say the funniest would be like the ones coming from Stephen Greer and like the professional ones, because it's funny to me that I could get the professional people to get hoaxed,
I've watched a couple like little mini documentaries about you on
Oh,
YouTube.
really?
Like, yeah, it's wild. I typed it in last night. I didn't know how big this was on Twitter. I just typed in James, and I mean, you were everywhere, dude. People were doing TikTok videos about you.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, my Twitter's banned too now because somebody must have reported me. Like after the first day of it, everybody gets mad and they start reporting me. But
Well, I noticed that. I noticed your ex got banned because I knew where it was. I never I'm not going to say the @ even anymore, but it was two J's.
yeah,
Going on there in the two names. But yeah, I noticed it was banned, and I thought that was because I thought all you really had on there was just kind of gaming stuff, and really wasn't it?
yeah, I had some like gaming stuff, some like poker videos where I was
Right.
impersonating like famous poker players that like people won't probably even understand unless they're into poker. And yeah, stuff like that. So I emailed X. If any ex employees are in the chat, please unban me. Please get that on the up and at 'em. Go get me unbanned now. Look through your emails. Unban my account, please. But yeah,
I never really saw. Did you even post anything on there about this?
no, not at all.
Yeah, that's what I
didn't-
thought. I didn't think you did.
Yeah, the only thing I would post about this would be on my YouTube and sometimes Reddit and sometimes 4chan.
Ooh, boy,
So
4chan, that's a scary place. Sorry, LW.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm into poker. Who are you doing? Like Phil Hellmuth or like Phil
Do you
Ivey?
know who Martin Cabrera is?
No.
He's like a tournament player, but he's like, I think he's from Czechoslovakia. He's like really annoying. I did that, and I did 2 other ones where like how to like steal chips from player stacks, kind of like they were just like short comedy videos,
I got you.
We saw a pretty good one with Bigfoot, and he was putting some baby oil on it.
That
You
one was
seen any
hilarious.
of those out there?
I haven't, no.
Oh man,
I might be able to
There.
bring one up if you'd like to see it.
Oh, but you won't bring up the other one in the basement with it
oh
shaking
man. Hey,
around.
I gotta tell you, I
Do
trolled
you
a
want me to
little
bring
bit.
it up? Do you mind?
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to like do anything bad to your channel, but do you want me to bring up anything? It might be a little sketchy. Yeah, not like it's not going to get you banned. I'll play it on mine.
Yeah, that's okay with me. Yeah.
All right, let me see what I can find here then. You might laugh at
Like
a couple
James
of these.
is worried about getting fucking banned.
Yeah, I'm beyond the point of getting canceled now, I think.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, we had to troll you a little bit. Sorry,
No, you're good.
it was fun.
Right. Okay. So here's one that I thought was pretty funny. I think you'll get a kick out of this. And like we said, guys, we are a paranormal show that touches on humor. So let me bring this up, James. I think you'll get a kick out of this.
Oh, you know it's coming. We're getting yelled at now.
Yeah, you know what's coming. Let me see if I can bring this back up here. And give me one moment. So Sorry, I haven't quit my day job yet, folks. And hopefully you'll be able to hear the audio. I don't know. StreamYard kind of sucks these days. But let's see. All right, so here's your object right here. Okay?
Okay.
Just as I thought. It's a fucking dildo. Well, there's Yeti's Christmas gift all sorted. Just
That is funny, yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, that might have been one of the funniest ones that I found.
Yeah.
Nathan, if you want to drop that one that you did in there, you are more than welcome to.
Please.
You know, I can bring it up. That was pretty funny as well. That was the one I was actually going to send to James. But, you know, the internet has no mercy, and there is humor out there. And I really hope that people have, like, at least thought to find humor out of some of this. And, you know, yeah, you got. Some of you people out there got. But don't, you know what I mean? I don't hate James for this. I think it's actually pretty awesome what you did. I think it's pretty cool that you were able to pull something like this off. I think that's neat.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think a lot of people are over it now, but there's still going to be some people who are just like too committed and too, I mean, some of them are a little bit mental, but that's okay.
Well,
They're just going to cling on to the story, I guess. So, yeah.
and the thing about it is somebody said people actually were crying and traumatized over it. You should not be on YouTube if you're going to cry or be traumatized by anything that's on YouTube.
Yeah. You shouldn't be on the internet in general.
Exactly.
All right, so here's one that old Nathan had made. Now, he made this about a week and a half ago before before you came out as the hoax. So this is what we were doing in the background, you know, and all that kind of stuff, sharing stuff like this. Yeah, and let me just make something clear to Ramen in the chat. Ramen, keep it clean in there, buddy, or we will boot you out of here. That's right. Yeah, no mercy as far. We don't need you here. If you're going to talk about weird stuff in the chat, we don't want you. Nobody here had anything to do with that kind of nonsense, nor anything else. So shut the hell up, Ramen. You know, keep it to the point. All right, here you go. So I guess this is up.
That's actually good, like, edit. So.
I love the moving box.
And he added your sound in there to it, you know, from when you were dying on the floor, you know, and all that kind of jazz.
It wasn't dying. So everybody knows the difference. If you've ever heard that before in your life, it's not dying.
Right, exactly. So we've had a lot of fun with this thing, like from the whole get-go. And I mean, we really do, you know, give you a lot of credit for. Yeah, we're not going to show the moon one that old man made, but I mean, maybe we can email you that one as well.
That one
We've had a lot of these going in the background throughout your whole saga. We've been sitting back here laughing at this the whole time. So
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, I think it's great, and I think anybody who's mad at you needs to really sit back and realize that. Take a look at their life. I think the people who drove 12 hours, 6 hours, and stuff like that to find your house really need to step back and take a look at their lives as well and be like, wow, I really did that, you know, over this. So, yeah. Kind of crazy. So what's your last takeaway from this?
I guess to everybody watching, I am not done yet. I'll be back with probably something new at some point. Do a new hoax. Might not even be UFO related, but you'll probably see me again at some point in your lives.
Oh my God, can you please do another sphere and paint it very badly for these people so that you can have a second one next to you, dude? Like,
yeah, I'll work on.
People won't stop.
I'll work on accents and I'll get a different voice somehow. And I'll completely do it. I'll do it all over again.
Oh my God, go on the AI thing and get your voice recorded so it can play it again and don't even say a word during their video and let it play on the AI voice. Oh my God, that'd be great.
I promise you, if you could send me one of these, I'm going to get in touch with Michael J. Fox, and I will have him engrave the next lettering on there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It might look like it's in cursive. They'll be like, this guy must be a boomer. He knows how to write in cursive.
Yeah.
All right, James. Well, we won't keep you any longer, brother. We do want to just let you know that you're a friend of us over here. You are more than welcome to come over here anytime you want. We're always doing something fun over here. Anybody out there listening on James's side, love us or hate us, we're live. We're live at Traveling Fools. We're live on Old Man Builds. We're live on Gutter's Pub, and we're live on LW's channel as well. We're going to keep our stream going for a little while longer. We'll probably drop a StreamYard link if anybody wants to come up and comment on any of this, give their piece. We will invite people one at a time up on panel. Unfortunately, because of all you psychos, we currently do not have a call-in number like we did before because we had to cancel it because everybody was calling it nonstop because they thought it was James's phone number. But so we had to get rid of that call-in number, but we will have another one soon. But we are going to keep our stream going. James, I don't know, what are you doing with yours? Are you ending it now, or are you going to keep it going?
I'll probably end it here, and then I might go play some Tarkov with my brother too.
All right.
Nice.
Well, cool. Well, anybody wants
You're
to come
awesome,
over here.
James.
Anybody wants to come over here, just, look up Traveling Fools or look up Gutter Pub or look up Old Man Builds or look up LW. Good luck finding that one. LW, I've told you that. And come over here. We will drop a StreamYard link if anybody wants to come up. And, we like taking callers to hear their points. James, last words. You got anything for us before we let you go?
Guys, like and sub to the channel, like and sub to all these guys on this great podcast here. And yeah, that's all I have for today.
All right, James. Well, anytime you ever need any help from us or you ever need anything like that, you can trust us, obviously. And anytime you are more than welcome to ever reach out, come back on, do anything you want. I really do appreciate you coming on with us. It's kind of cool. You came on here, your first show, I guess you came on here. And, to have you back here kind of wrapping this thing up means a lot to us that you did. And we really do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'll stay committed to the first channel I came on.
I like it, man. I like it.
James.
Well, God bless you, James. Yeah, and, make sure you tell your mom and all them you love them because the hell you put them through probably,
Yeah.
they need a hug, I'm sure, after this.
Definitely, yeah.
Your answer to the alien question I thought was really interesting. So some future shows, man, for could be a possibility if you want to come be a part of the show on some topic you might find interesting that we're doing,
Yeah, for sure. I'll check it out.
Yeah, we do like talking about, the Anunnaki and Enoch and, things like that as well. So if you ever have an idea and you actually want to do something serious and come on here and talk about a topic or anything like that, just how to get in touch with me. You got my phone number. So just holler at me.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, well, there you go, folks. There's James. Shout out to everybody watching over on James'
Thanks,
channel. Make
James.
sure you hit that thumbs up over there. James, appreciate you, brother, and good luck to you in all your life's endeavors.
Appreciate you as well. Thank you.
All right, see you, buddy.
Good night.
See ya.
All right, see you later. All right, there we go. That was pretty awesome. Good to have James on again.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have people in the chat, though, saying that, it's that was fake. That was not, it was acting.
There was so much. It's so crazy. I couldn't stop reading it. It was like, I was like zoomed in. They're like those forced laughs. You know, they're like, what is happening?
I know. So I'll drop the link in a second. I'll be right back, though. I'm going to grab a drink. You guys, I'll let y'all talk about this amongst yourselves for a second. I need to just, grab a drink. That was a lot of talking.
Yeah, I'm super impressed with what he did. I just think it was funny. I just do. And I hate that people took it seriously as far as the death thing. I can't wrap my head around that. But
Well, if that's what you think a person sounds like when they die, I don't
Well,
want to be around when I die. I don't want you guys around when I die.
well,
'cause
someone
that ain't
was
what
like,
you
I had
sound
to
like.
call an ambulance on someone on YouTube, and it's like, okay, well, that sucks, but like,
Wow.
What I
You
saw a
actually
lot.
have to sound like you're dying, though. That did not sound
I
like dying.
agree.
It sounded like he was
Totally.
getting probed.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. Oh man, I'm so gonna do a Stephen Hawking on that probe. He's gonna,
no.
he's gonna ride it like a witch on Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, we'll put a rocket in the back. That'd be great.
What does this say? We've already debunked this entire episode. What?
Yeah, I saw a bunch earlier from his chat. They were amazed at the script. They said this was all scripted. Everybody
Oh,
has a
is
script.
it? Oh, wow.
It's so funny, dude.
Okay, let's first understand. I can't know what I did. I don't remember what I did like 15 minutes ago. So unless it's sitting right in front of me and I can read it, and then I'm probably going to screw up on the words. So yeah,
Dude.
not scripted.
Yeah, words are hard for Gigi.
They're very hard for me.
Oh, that was
Almost
intense.
as hard as the
reading all
rod.
that stuff.
Hey,
man.
shout out to the Winda Bros there.
Yeah.
Their link is still getting dropped in our chat. You know, they were great guests over here
Yes.
last week. So Nightbot is still dropping their link. We'd like to help them get to 500 subscribers so they can get that channel monetized. Good to see you guys. But they do say they have already debunked this entire episode. So, big shout out to you, Winda Bros. Man, that was great to have James back on. I thought that was really fun.
Yes.
And, and like I told him before he came on, I didn't want to ask him too many technical questions because I wanted to leave the door open for him to go on, one of these larger channels that would like to come on that would actually grill him about, the different specifics. And, and I think he actually told us more than really what I wanted to ask him about. But, hopefully we'll get him on, or not will, but he'll be able to get himself onto, Polarity or something like that. And, go out there and do something bigger. Do you guys want to drop the StreamYard link? Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I'll be right. Yeah, let's do that. I'll be right back. I got to go. My my second script for the second part of the show just came over on the fax. I'll be right back.
Second script. I know. Yeah, I've got. I actually have this man in black standing right behind. Well, shit, he just ran away over here out of the camera view. But one of the men in black is actually standing over here, and he's got one of those little things that makes me forget all my memory. Kind of like the movie. He is standing right over here. So if I say anything that I shouldn't say, he might do that. So, Old Man Bill, do you want to drop the link in your channel? Gutters, you want to do that as well?
I think Gutters stepped.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
there
right
she is.
All right, cool. If y'all want to do that, do it. We'll keep this thing going for another 30 minutes or so. If anybody wants to jump on, say their piece about anything, we will listen to what you have to say. So, I'll drop that link and we'll see if anybody wants to come on here. Give their thoughts, whether you agree with James, whether you don't agree with James, any of that kind of jazz. I don't know. I don't know what y'all think. Somehow or another, this whole thing has made me really doubt that many people know what to think. So here you go.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
man.
glad that I was like, I'm like, yeah. From the beginning, I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh, no.
But
you
it's
didn't think I noticed
interesting.
that, KJ, when, especially when I was going back and watching the replays
I know,
of.
and I think I need to like, I was really like,
Well, this was KJ, the first one. So we're going through, we're doing the whole thing.
oh great.
And we're talking about, I can't seem to full screen myself because we've got this other crap up there. Anyway, so we go through there and we're like, well, KJ, do you have any questions? This is the second one after I said, she's like, no. And I'm like,
Oh, she did not like his rings.
no,
not
no,
at
no,
all.
no.
Well, no, that was the first time he came on when I saw the ring, and I was like, that totally, which it was silver, so of course it looked like it, but that just threw me off. And I did want to mention to him, and I didn't mention about, that I was scared that he was a basement scary guy.
Yeah.
So I should have mentioned that, but I didn't.
Yeah.
That basement looked bad.
So if you're listening, James, which you're probably not.
I'm pretty sure she never said bullshit so many times after the stream.
Right.
As she did that night.
Can I get full? I'm going to address this question. Can I get full screened again there? Yeah, I don't know how to do it because this other thing is also Gunners, fix your audio. As far as somebody asking what's on the ceiling, so I'm assuming not the ceiling fan you're asking about, because if you don't know what a ceiling fan is, then I don't know what to do with you. These are dollar bills, so there's tons of them up here too in this bar that I have in my house. But these are all dollar bills from college football sporting bets that I've made. I never bet my friends anything more than $1, but it's always a signed dollar bill. So these are all ones that I have won.
And that's
so there's
a
whole
blight.
bunch. Yeah. So there, if that answers
So there's
your
5.
question. yeah, exactly. I'm a really bad bettor. No, there's actually shitloads of them up here.
I did.
But yeah. Yeah, so you can take me back off full screen. Thank you very much. Yeah, there we go. So we do have somebody calling
Pole
in
dancing,
right
that's
now.
right.
We do have somebody calling in right now. And, well, never mind. They dropped off. So anyway, there is the, let me pin that to the top of mine right now. And, oh, I already pinned it. All right, so cool. Anybody wants to call in? Gutters, did you drop the link?
Yep.
All right, so
Nobody loves us.
Nathan, you dropped the link?
Yep.
All right, here we go. We got somebody back in. I guess they dropped back off. We have the one, the only. I think they need an introduction right here. Here you go.
And keep having as many Duggars as possible. So it's going to be a Duggar America, everybody.
All right, Mr. Duggar Fishing. How you doing tonight, Mr. Duggar? What was your takeaway from this whole thing?
Dude, if you remember, I was on the first night he called. I was on the panel that night.
Right.
And I followed along with it, and it kind of hit me. I know this dude's playing people, but I said, could it be real? What the hell is that thing? And he had me. He pulled every. I call him King Troll from now on.
Yeah.
The dude did it. It was funny as hell, and like a famous friend of mine always said, if your joke doesn't piss somebody off, it wasn't a good joke. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. And
True.
The guy is articulate, and he has a devious little mind, and I admire that in a person. And I like quick people. I always have. And you can't. You don't. A lot of people don't get funny sometimes, and I get that. Because they were deprived in their life of joy, or I don't know that. But how are y'all doing, man? That was excellent coverage of that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun having him on again. I think he enjoyed going on something that was fun, because I think most other places he would have gone, he would have just gotten grilled, over and over and over again, and people would have been, we had a lot of the chat was flowing, between LW's, Gunners, Old Man Builds, mine. I mean, the chat was strong. There was a lot of haters coming in there, a lot of people saying a lot of mean stuff, but a lot of people just laughing along, because we've all been. I mean, that's what we do here. We're not here on a Friday night to just be stuffy assholes or anything like that. So I do hope he had fun. He seemed to have fun. So
yeah, and if he wants, that's one good reason not to go into like the serious details on it stuff, because he might want to do that on his own channel, make videos about
exactly.
That's not our place to do it. We just do our show.
Right, and I told him that before he came on. I was like, hey, dude, we don't want your, the total how did, all that kind of stuff like that. We want to talk to you about the funny part of it. We want to talk to you about the enjoyment of doing it. So, Totally. So what do you think, Duggars? What was your takeaway from that?
Dude, I think you nailed it on the head, because I think most of the people I hang out with, including most of the people on this show, I look for the funny things in life. You got to, man. But there's a time to be serious, and there's time to, let's not learn something today. That would be horrible, but if you don't look for the funny in life, I pity the fool. It's like
pity the fool.
Even the name of this show should tell you something. That's from Young Frankenstein. Frankenstein, is it not?
Right. Yeah. Abbinormal. Yes, that's definitely from Young Frankenstein. So what was the name of the brand? He grabs the abnormal brand, and Igor.
Something.
Right, he's like, Abby something, Abbinormal. You got an Abbinormal brain. Or an abnormal brain.
So in James' chat, I screenshotted it. They were trying to figure out what's up with the name, and someone was saying like it's like part of it is Abby backwards is Ibba, which is God of Deception.
Oh my God.
I screenshot.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is too heavy for my brain. I don't even know. This is too deep, y'all. Chill. Everyone needs to chill.
Right. I mean, yeah, some of these people are just, I don't want to make fun of people, and people get invested in things, and they want to be. So, I mean, shout out to everybody and buying it and doing that. People want to believe that things are real, but I mean, sometimes you just really got to look at things objectively. I mean, anybody who was going past the what was it, the Mothman, past the Mothman coming down I mean, come on. I mean,
right.
It was like, Jesus Christ. Well, Duggar, go ahead, LW. I thought you said.
I was gonna say, what's so funny about that? Sumerian for deception. If these people only knew that it took us 6 months to come up with a name, and most of the time determining was like, "What? Have you thought of an idea yet?" And they're like, "Yeah, how about this?" And they're like, "No, that's stupid." Like, that's the funny part is like how long it took us to come up with the name.
Yeah, we went. And LW is right. It went like 6 months. How are we going to brand this show? How are we going to brand the show? Well, I mean, we even started using AI to start branding it, and it kept saying, well, the abnormal thing. And right before we named it something else, I was like, wait a minute. Let's just call it Abbinormal.
And we can barely spell shit the right way, let alone try to do it backwards. Let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly. We're not Led Zeppelin going backwards, Stairway to Heaven, saying,
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious.
So we do got a bunch of people in the back lining up trying to come in here. Duggar, you got any last words for us there, brother?
I think Nixon was a better president than he thought he was. So other than that, God bless everybody on this panel. Jesus is Lord. And well done, James. Well done, panel, to get to the funny bone of everything. May the gods be blessings on all you people. Mr. Duggar loves everybody.
Love you, Mr. Duggar.
Everybody loves Mr. Duggar.
Good night, Mr.
Y'all
Duggar.
make sure you go over there if you want a cool channel to sub up to. Go to Mr. Duggar Fishing. That is FEE, right? SHING. Go over there, check out Mr. Duggar Fishing. Next up, we're taking these in the order they actually came in here. We've got our good buddies coming up in here. What's up, Doug, with the Window Bros?
Hey.
How's it going? I couldn't resist to come on here for this one. We especially being on the last episode, we were too invested,
So tell me about this, Doug. So you did say, we were chatting earlier, you said you went on TikTok and you did this. So did you receive some hate for this as well, for talking about this?
I think on that end, whenever we came on there, I actually went to Old Man's live, and it said, like, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves for laughing at this. Because, John and I were on here last time, and we were having a laugh about it, because I think we all knew what we thought that thing was doing whenever the video fell down with the boom 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 boom. And so I think at that moment I got, the algorithm is a crazy thing. So I like went on TikTok, and immediately there was this guy saying a man died on live stream, and he's gone, and we just potentially witnessed our first unalive on a live stream. And I said, well, I don't think that's the first time that we've ever seen crazy stuff on a live stream. So I couldn't help but to respond back to it, and I said, hey, this guy's alive. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, there's, he just came out. So you had to, for one, stay ahead of the facts of it. And I think I'd seen like the kind of the backlash on Twitter or X. And I said, well, and John and I, about as soon as we got off of here, I said, what do you think that is? And John was like, I think we're both thinking the same thing, but obviously it was a hoax, and we were ready with the ammunition in case this guy continued perpetuate that hoax on there too and claim it was real. I'm glad to actually watch him and have a laugh about it, and it's so funny watching him tonight with his demeanor completely changed. So I'll say he's a pretty good actor. I will say that. So,
and he's a funny guy. I mean, he is personal. You can see that he did this and really had fun doing it. And, looking back, and I like the way I asked him the question, would you do it again? And he's like, oh, yeah.
Well, I would almost say, like, for the next one, I think that he actually needs to make another elaborate hoax, but don't even change the narrative. Like, be like, hey, this is James, and I faked the first one. This time, this one's real. This one's real, and just make it as elaborate as possible, and then just do it again and just continue that cycle. So, it's the fool me once thing. And I loved watching, and I couldn't help it because I couldn't help but to love the ramen comments on there too, because it was just constant.
Oh my gosh!
Like I said, and I think I wrote to you earlier, if the age of disclosure is true, I think the disclosure is that a lot of the stuff is hoax. It just baffles me on how people take the bait, and then whenever I think people are just so afraid of looking foolish, which is ironic with the name of Traveling Fools. It's
right, exactly.
Yeah.
One thing I've always loved, Doug, is people are like, you're an idiot. And I'm like, no, I'm a fool. It's in my name right there, buddy. Just go on ahead, call me what you want. And I will say, too, a ramen's thing like that. Hey, ramen, when we hit it big and we're getting more views than Joe Rogan, I will need a secretary that types at least 200 words a minute. And I am reaching out to you, sir, and you are going to be the one that I hire. So, ramen, you've got that going for you in your life. Please share us out and hit the thumbs up.
It's just and I think the thing there too is just being so obsessed on the radiation that was coming from, and that was the big thing that we talked about on our TikTok whenever we responded to it, was that those lights were just the way we looked at it whenever we did our analysis on it and inverted the light, and it had all the same reflection and refraction that you'd get from any standard DSLR camera. So your camera is going to have edges in there. It's going to pick up on that light. I was able to recreate it just to have that in my back pocket, that exact light. So with the radiation, and for one, the thing about radiation is that you're not going to really, you're not really going to see it. So as far as the rashes and everything, I can do that and have a rash in a second. I'm very glad that he came out and said that it was a hoax. Though I will say that.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, I think his parents are as well. Probably.
Jeez. Horrible.
I mean, people literally drove like 12 hours. They were like, I'll go find his house. I mean, imagine being like, okay, so if I'm going to drive 12 hours or do something like that, man, I'm going, somewhere exotic. I'm going to get on a plane and fly 12 hours. I couldn't imagine getting in a car and driving 12 hours. And I even saw when I made the joke again about me saying the other night, he's probably getting eaten by his cats in his basement. Yeah, the people were like in his chat like, oh, call me horrible again. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. If you can't take a joke, you shouldn't be on the internet. Every good joke, somebody's going to be offended by. So, I don't know if anybody's ever gotten the memo before, but there is this memo that we like to throw out. So just remember that. It does happen every now and then. Sometimes it's going to get. Sometimes I'm the one offended by jokes. Sometimes you're the one offended by jokes. Sometimes it's KJ. Sometimes it's old man. Everybody's going to get offended by the joke at one point, but that's what makes it funny. Somebody's got to be offended. And real quick, I know one thing I do want to say really fast is I know a lot of tonight we like to involve ourselves in the chat. I'm trying to get back into that right now. Big shout out to everybody. That was, kind of like a, serious interview there. Sorry the chats were going so fast and sorry that everything like that. But big shout out to everybody listening here, here at Traveling Fools, over at Old Man Builds, on Gutters Pub, on LWs. Everybody out there on X listening, everybody rewatching and everything like that. We really do appreciate everybody who has came in here. So thank you very much, everybody. Yeah. So what's your other takeaway there, Doug?
I think that for the most part, I think that we all just need to take a breath, and just realize that pranksters are going to prank. You're going to have a lot of jokes on there, and I think you guys hit the nail on the head. I think that we want and I think we even talked about it last time here. People want to believe in something so much that they cling to it, and then whenever things go not the way they initially intended, it burns them a little bit. But I think that he's owned it. I think that we can, and I watched pretty much most of his lives after that, just to say, okay, is that because these people were saying that this is a fake guy, at this point, and everything here is AI. I'm AI too right now. So, I just think that these folks just need to take a deep breath, learn to laugh at things whenever, we become so invested in things, just move on to the next. And also, grounding is a hell of a thing. So go outside and, touch grass a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your shoes
100%.
off. Take your shoes off like James does.
There you go.
Hey, yeah.
If there's one thing he taught you other than not to get fooled on the internet, is to take your shoes off.
We need to
So
get
what do
him
you got?
sponsored. We need to get him sponsored with Safe Flight Auto Repair.
Safe
Windshield
flight. I know. That was.
Right, we definitely do. Hey, that's a good job. There we go, LW. You've got some really good thoughts there.
We'll get KJ to sing the tune.
Right.
Well, I like
Safe
it.
flight repair.
So KJ Gutters, not you. You're the philanthropist, not the studio recording artist.
Sorry.
No, but Doug, for real, get out and touch some grass, y'all.
Hey,
Look at
Doug.
the trees, smell it.
Doug, what do you got coming up soon? You said you have some kind of thing you're going out and doing tomorrow because we're trying to push your channel out. Nightbot is still
Yeah, I
dropping the
appreciate
thing.
it, guys. It's been great for us since we came on there. I mean, I think we've John and I are looking at the numbers, and everything's just kind of going through the roof on YouTube for us. So we've been okay on all the other socials, but YouTube's been doing great. So thank you guys so much for having us. And
did you gain? Let me ask you this: did you gain any subs by coming on here?
Yeah, actually quite a few. I think that we have we're getting ready to push an additional 200 subs. So yeah.
Oh,
wow,
yay.
It's been
Nice.
good, and I just looking at the episode afterwards, I think it was over 3,000 views just on your channel alone on that previous live stream. So it was great for us, and I think we kind of have an itch for it now. So we're like, oh, we want to go on. We love Abbinormal, and it's so nice I had to come back twice. So
Hey, we want to have you back on. Was spur of the moment, and we had 3 minutes to meet each other before we went live
I
the
have
other
my
night.
nice setup tonight. I have my nice setup tonight.
Right. So next time we you come on here, we can have an actual topic. You know what I mean? The shit planned out
absolutely,
and do it.
Absolutely. I would love to come back on and talk about our case files and stuff. But just to answer your previous question, we're actually going to an abandoned house tomorrow. It's located out in the boonies of Appalachia. And it's with a team called Chasing Ravens. So they use a lot of science-based methods whenever they go out and investigate. The thing that, and again, they're adamant believers, so they want our opinion on a lot of things that they have found there. And we're going to go in there and try to prove otherwise. And then if we can't prove otherwise, then we may have some evidence there. So I'd love to come back on and discuss all our case files. So we have quite a few underneath our belt right now.
Well, and one of the biggest things, Doug, is getting out there to other channels, and that just really pushes people to come back to your channel. So all the networking you can do. That's why one of the reasons that I give wrenches in my channel is so that they can just go through and network through those, through the whole chat and find the people that they want to sub up to and go,
absolutely
check out. So.
Yeah, I just subbed up to you, buddy. I had to cut out.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Before the show started last week, but I just saw that in the chat. I subbed up there.
Yeah, and I did actually just give you the wrench here in the channel there, Doug. So please, when you get off here, drop your. I know Nightbot's dropping it again, but it does help. Right after, somebody's on there. Drop your link in there. You know what I mean? Like right now. And everybody do go over there, sub up. He's got a great investigation going on tomorrow. And, I want to see the results of that. I think y'all are doing great content. And, we love helping people grow. That's kind of what we did here. We're all friends.
Likewise.
We network together. So we like this streaming out on everybody. We've got 147 people watching right now throughout everything, through X, through Old Man Builds, through Gunner's Pump, through LW's, through my channel. It's going out to a lot of places. I know that's not huge. Well, 149 now. Thanks for the 2 new people that joined. But that's pretty cool. We're not huge, but we're new at doing this. I'm a travel channel, so the algorithm hates me. But yeah, here we are doing something fun that we like to do with our friends on Friday night. So I've got another person I got to bring up here. Doug Windbros, any last words for us?
Yeah, I got one last word, and I keep seeing this one a lot about James faking his death on screen, and I'm just going to leave with this. And I want to go ahead and just call this out right here. At what point did you perceive that he actually died on screen? Because he never announced that.
Let's
keep that in mind.
Exactly.
He just fell over, and nobody ever announced anything. You all faked that.
Right.
Exactly. People are mad at him for
guys.
faking something, but
Good
he never
night.
actually did it. All right,
Yeah.
Linda Bros, right there. Everybody do go over there, sub that. When you pop off of here, drop your link into my
Will
chat.
do. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. All right. See you later, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Doug.
All right, we got one more guest coming up right now. One last thing I do want to say. I will extend the invitation, though, real quick, to Ramen. Ramen, if you would like to come up here on stream after this caller and talk to us, you are more than welcome to come up here and give us your thoughts. You have been, writing a book in the chat. You are more than welcome to. The link is pinned to the top of my chat. So, give your fingers some rest. You're going to get carpal tunnel. If you would like to come up here and say something, click the link, come up here. All right, next up, we've got our beautiful, our fun, our great friend that still has not made me a bologna sandwich and brought it to me in my dreams. She says it's in a locker. It must be Davy Jones' locker because I have not found it yet. How are you doing tonight, Gypsy?
Oh, thanks for having me on, guys. And I'm sorry you haven't been able to find it. Maybe I better put a new one in there, but you got to go and check for it.
I have been.
Okay. Well, I've been sick with the flu, so I've been really down. I mean, this is actually the first day I've felt good in a while. So
Me too,
maybe
Gypsy. Me too. Maybe you gave me the flu looking for your goddamn sandwich.
It's been
Maybe you
going
poisoned me.
around, man.
That's what you put in there.
I know. She didn't send me a sandwich. She sent me the
man.
She sent me the Kung flu.
Yeah, everybody's been getting it. Everybody over here, they're all getting it or just getting over it. It's like, it hit the whole coast. It's airborne, but you know.
So, Gypsy, what's your takeaway on all this? What is your thoughts on this? Let's stick to topic tonight. What is your takeaway on this?
It was fabulously entertaining. Period. It was entertaining. It was a good distraction from all the yuck going on in the world, as some people fell for it hook, line, and sinker, and I'm sorry that they got overwhelmed with it, but the guy did a great job pulling off a hell of a stunt, and so many people fell for it. I think it was amazing. Bravo! That's what I think.
Round of applause. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, look at the viewership he got in a short time. You know, I mean, he was able to pull it off, and then he he saved face and came out and owned it. You know, he owned it. And if you didn't figure out from the very get-go that it was a hoax, then you just don't know anything about our government. Because if it was real, he never would have been able to get it from point A to point B. They would have been on it. You know what I mean? They just, if it was real, there was no way in how he was going to have it in his possession. So, the more I watched of it, it's like, yeah. But my curiosity is I recognized the symbols that he used. And he actually used some serious old world symbols of the angelic realm. Malachite and like I said, I recognize because in my profession as a minister, I studied religions and old world texts. So I recognized some of those symbols right off the bat. So the way he had them all mixed together, I'm like, no, that shit's fake. But my curiosity was, did he actually put a message on it? And I'm one of those symbol, code breakers. I like to debunk codes, And I was just curious as to if he actually left an actual message on it for somebody to decipher, like, ha ha, I gotcha, or something like that. But
yeah, it's like when you go back and look at what was the Christmas Story, when you go through the whole thing, and he's trying to get the thing, and at the end it's like, drink more Ovaltine is the little, the decoder ring says, drink more Ovaltine.
Right.
At the end it's like, yes,
right.
That is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he answered the question. I mean, he just used the letters randomly. And anybody can find those letters if they looked up ancient languages. It's not like they're hidden. But, I was just curious if he actually left some kind of a trick message for us to decode, because it was like interesting. But other than that, I thought it was really...
I don't think at the beginning he put the time into that. That would have been great for him to have done. I think 2020,
right?
Like, hindsight's 2020.
Right.
I think if he would have gone back, that would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been awesome if he'd actually left a real message on it, not just a bunch of random letters of mixed different languages, which is what I recognized it to be. Is like he had Hebrew mixed with angelic, 3 different angelic languages. Malachite. Matter of fact, I've got the book on them here. But yeah, he had celestial, angelic, Malachim, which is angels. He had Hebrew in there. He had passing the river. I mean, it's just like, here's a whole list of different languages that he had symbols of. And it's like, and he just had them so random in there. It's like, no, that doesn't, it's just, no. From what I could see of it, it was random. And of course he answered it. He said that, yeah, it was just random. Go figure.
Right. And that was great.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Like I said, I was entertained. It was entertainment. And like I said, it was great to see how many people literally took it for real. And it just shows you that, people have lost their sense of discernment.
Mm-hmm.
They can't distinguish between real and a made-for-TV movie, which is basically what James did. Is he wrote the script and he was the one-man actor and he pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did a great job. He did a great job, and I think that's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, he made a few stupid red flag blunders, which people that know, we spotted them right off the bat. But to the average person, think about it. He pulled it off. I think he did great. He did great.
Hey, big shout out to, Obscure Crime there becoming a member. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Welcome to the club. That's awesome.
And
keep in mind, you guys, you're all welcome to come and join my channel. As a matter of fact, there's a picture of a ghost on my channel now.
Oh, nice.
I figured I'd let you guys know this, and before you go try to debunk it, let me tell you what happened. I make one-of-a-kind hats for your head, and we were taking pictures of the hats one at a time in front of my daughter's fireplace with the fire burning in the background. And I never moved. I sat on the couch, picture of a hat. If you go into my store channel and pull up the pictures of the hats, you'll see every one of those pictures is done in front of the fireplace with a flame behind it, right? There was one day that I was doing pictures, and now every time I took a picture, I would check it to make sure it was a good picture and that it wasn't blurry. And if it was blurry, I'd retake it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm thinking, oh, great, I got all these pictures done. I can go home and load them into my computer and put them in the store. Well, I got home, and an entire third of the roll was like blurry, but not in the sense of out of focus blurry. It more looked like somebody was looking at a candle and blew at it
Oh,
and you
wow.
know how a candle would bend.
Right.
So I ended up losing like a third of the pictures, and I had to retake them. Well, the one picture I kept because it was. I'm not going to tell you. You have to go find it.
All right, we will go look.
It's
go
called.
look for sure.
I'll give you a clue, but you got to go into my store to find it and look with the hats, and you'll see what I mean by the flame, and you'll be able to tell the difference. It's called the Oregon Jester, and
All
it's
right.
the only jester in the entire
And
gypsy collection.
of course, it is in your store, though, right? Now, do you
Well,
sell?
it's also on my YouTube channel.
Let me ask you:
Also
do you
on
sell?
my YouTube channel.
Do you sell bologna sandwiches in the store?
I do not.
Because I'm going to have to buy one. I still haven't found one.
You know, we don't really get good bologna in Oregon.
All right. Well, I wanted
We really
Miracle Whip
don't.
Just get
bologna and
bullshit in
Wonder Bread.
Oregon. We don't get
I know it.
bologna.
I know it. This is awful. All right, Gypsy, you got any last words for us? We're over the 2-hour mark that we normally like to stick to.
But we're all hanging with you. So what's that say about us? We got nothing else to do on a Friday night.
I know it, and that is awesome.
And ain't nobody drinking and driving. You all are sitting in your houses safe.
That's right.
Where
I
else
love
you
it.
gonna be?
I love
Look
it.
at the positive side of it, right? Look how many
That's
people you
what's
got
up.
watching you. Yeah, they're not in a hurry to go to bed. They got nothing else better to do.
Exactly. All right,
Okay,
Gypsy,
so
Gypsy,
love
you
you
are
guys.
awesome.
Good
Thank you so
night.
much for coming
Thanks
up.
for having me. Come and
As
join
always.
me.
As always, great.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She was speaking truth.
She was speaking truth. She was speaking truth. Well, guys, we are over the 2-hour mark. We always like to keep it to that, and make a normal show out of this. So before we let's quit while we're behind. I mean, let's go on ahead and do that. So, any last words on what we've done here tonight? Anything like that? KJ, take it away.
Do I have any last words? I think it was James was great, and I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving coming up and spend some quality time with their family or friends. And that's it.
All right, I like it. That was so sweet. I mean, you always come on there. I was watching. I'm going to tell you a funny comment that I saw in
geez.
James's chat. So I don't know if you were reading them at the beginning, but you were getting called a cougar in James's chat.
Was
so
I
was
really?
reading this. Oh yeah, I was reading this. They were like, "Oh, KJ is such a cougar." I was reading this stuff going down through
What
there.
is
and
that? Why? What was it? Who was I cougaring?
I don't know, but you were getting some love there in James's chat.
Dang,
There, I was
what's
watching.
up?
Scratching, girl.
I know they were getting that cat scratch fever going on in there. So, I did think that was funny. Yeah, you need to put those ears back on.
That's right.
I thought I was using my alt account. Damn.
Damn it.
That's funny. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was funny. I was watching it. It was pretty funny. LW, you got any cool stuff coming up?
No, but it was fun tonight. I really enjoyed it. Shout out to James for coming on. And we did get a compliment tonight because there's people in his chat that thought this cast of characters the government would use to cover this up. So that's a compliment.
All right.
Well, exactly. I did see people saying that. I did see people saying that we were part of the cover up and that we were government agents. Yeah, I did actually.
I
see
am not
that.
showing you my CIA badge.
If
don't
this
even ask.
if this crew was tasked with that, this country's way more screwed than you
No,
think.
I
no
said,
doubt.
seriously.
Deep shit. They better just bring Biden back. They'd have a better chance.
I love it. All right, old man builds. What you got coming up this week, brother?
Oh man, I'm just working on stuff. We're rebuilding my UAP, so we're building a UFO on my channel, man. So it's fun. We're having a good time, man.
Well, no. So everybody does need to go over there. How do people find you? Like, let's make sure we do that, just in case people are listening on other things. Just old man builds, right?
Yeah, I'm the only old man builds out there. Yeah. So I have 3 channels out there. I have a 3D printing channel where I show people how to use Fusion 360 and build your stuff so you can do all the cool things I do. I have a sacred geometry channel where I show you how to wind wire and do sacred geometry patterns, rodent coils, stuff like that. Also, we do Tesla coils that are geometry based as well. And then we do regular Tesla coils, and then I do anti-gravity stuff on my other channel. And I actually have 4 physics equations that I'll be publishing here pretty soon in the next week or two. So I did a lot of work on high voltage, the regular, electricity for DC, and rewrote the equations to add the stuff they missed. And it'll change physics, man, when I'm done. So yeah, kind of know all the nerdy stuff all in one.
I like it. A lot of stuff you've done is fascinating to me. The Tesla coils, number one, are fascinating. And the UFO, the anti-gravity machine that you are working on is, I mean, of course, that's out of this world fascinating to me. So everybody do sub up Old Man Builds. That you're not going to want to miss this shit. Gunner's Pub, what do you have coming up?
Same old, you know. I may do a Tuesday show and I may not. Just depends. But
depends on if that eye works.
It depends on if my eye works. I do have an eye appointment, so we'll go get figured out what's going on with my eyeball.
Yeah, she's had floaters in her eyes.
I've had
and,
floaters.
You know, we warned her about glory holes, but you know, these things still do not work out right. So
Marvin said, "Look at this," and then look at my eye now.
Oh.
Look, squirrel, look.
You can't talk and listen without good eyes, right?
Wow.
That's right. Be nice.
No mercy amongst friends. No mercy whatsoever amongst friends. Anybody new here coming into any of our channels right here, we do this every Friday night, 10:30. We pick a topic. I think we've got a great guest coming on next week. Coley is supposed to be coming on with us. She's going to be great, great guest. We're going to tie anybody who would ever like to be a guest on the show or would like to check out what we do. Please go to www.abbinormal.com. There is an email there. There is everything like that. If you would ever like to be a guest on the show, please, email us there. We can get you on the show. You can be a guest. We can talk about a cool topic. We are a somewhat comedy-based paranormal show. We like to have fun on Friday night. We're all inspired by Art Bell, the God. Big shout out to Art Bell. So, anybody who ever wants to come on and do that, we would more than welcome you. Big shout out to all the people coming in. I know we have kind of not, we've kind of snooded the chat tonight, but we're sorry about that. We normally don't do that. Good to see you, Nils. Pretty worried about you. Dispatch Center, good to see you as well. We've got a Cyanator in here. Big Dog Mall. Love you, Big Dog Mall. We've got a Jaren in here as well. Obscure Crime. We've got Multi in here. Yanni in here. Tons of people. More than I could possibly read out everybody's names. LW's in the chat as well.
Yeah, we do need to thank Obscure Crime, which is Ron, for a super chat to me and a membership to your channel.
Right. Exactly. Big shout out to Obscure Crime as well. I was bringing that up right now. Oh. So thank you, Obscure Crime. Yeah, definitely big shout out to you guys. Over here, Traveling Fools channel, Traveling Fools 2020. If you need to find it easier, we do trivia night on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock, chat-based. It's a whole lot of fun. And just make sure if you like stuff like that, come tune in. It's a good time. Nothing but good vibes over here. And yeah, we're still getting, so I'm not even going to talk about that. That being said, thank you to James for coming on, and, hope everybody has a great night. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We really appreciate everybody being here and hope everybody had fun with this stream. So, happy Thanksgiving. God bless to everybody, and say goodbye to us in the chat. We'll go out to some fun music later on, peeps.
Please enjoy.